were.
The hallway goes to the left.
So, quick recap. Last time a bunch of shit happened. We found the corpse of what looks like to be Snake. He had been shoved into the 3-door, and the bomb in his gut had exploded. He'd made it to the shower room in that little hallway, but whatever he managed to accomplish in there and who shoved him in there, we don't know. But apparently he's dead. But notably, the corpse was hard to distinguish, with the face being incredibly messed up. So chances of him actually being dead, I'm gonna say, are kind of slim at the moment. But after him, we managed to find several more doors, and so we split up into 2 more groups, with Clover getting left behind. Clover, who is incredibly traumatized and probably shouldn't be left on her own at this juncture. But we went with Seven and Lotus to explore the 2-door, and found ourselves in a fun little torture room. That was great. I was incredibly sure that we were going to have some really horrible shit happen in there, but thankfully, nothing quite happened. But we got a bit more background to go along with the overarching plot. We managed to learn that Seven was a detective or a cop or something, and that he was investigating a missing kids case. Missing kids having been taken to this ship. And it turns out that Lotus was the mother of 2 of those kids. What exactly happened on the ship, we don't know, but Seven seems to be getting his memories back in that regard. So, time to go on.
Yeah, but I don't see any doors.
Guess we just need to keep going.
Right, let's go.
They turned left twice before they saw the elevator.
An elevator!
Just what we need. Let's take this to C-Deck.
In silence, they jogged up to it. Junpei pushed the C button. The elevator motor ground away, and before long they found themselves once again on C-Deck. The door opened and they stepped off.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Junpei, Lotus, and Seven nodded at one another and took off running down the long hallway in front of them. They ran and ran and ran. The hallway seemed endless.
I know where we need to go. The door behind the central staircase. There was a sun symbol on the keyhole of that door, and I happen to have the sun key in my pocket right now. This should open that door.
That was why they ran for the central staircase. They had run for quite some time when they arrived at the door that ended the hallway. The Jupiter door was already unlocked.
Let's go!
Yeah.
Junpei grabbed hold of the doorknob and threw it open. They rushed through and stopped cold.
What?
The terrible scene before them made their blood run cold. Oh, please don't be Clover. Fuck! Wait, what? 3 people lay dead on the floor, covered in blood. 3 people?
Why?
Junpei felt a cold sweat trickle down his spine. He couldn't breathe. His legs shook. His body felt cold, deathly cold. But his blood was boiling hot. He could feel his mind begin to fade. He couldn't think. He couldn't concentrate. His mind was blank.
What the hell? What the hell happened?
Seven's voice was weak and broken. He edged towards the body, his movements stiff.
Clover.
He bent down over Clover and pressed his finger to her wrist.
Nothing.
Suddenly, Lotus moved. Before he understood what was happening, her hand was in Junpei's vest pocket.
Hey, what are you doing?
He leapt back. Lotus looked up at him, terrified.
The key! Get me the sun key!
Why?
Why do you think we have to get out of here before the murderer comes back?
The murderer?
Where's June? The murderer. Murderer. Once again, Junpei looked at the dead bodies.
Santa, Clover, and Ace. 3 people, 3 dead bodies. That means that the person who had killed them was... No. No, it can't be true.
Give it to me!
Before Junpei could react, Lotus dove back into his pocket and came out with the key.
Let's go!
Without waiting for Seven or Junpei, she ran, straight for the central staircase. They followed. Junpei shut his eyes and swallowed his emotions. Morning would have to wait. God damn, I can't believe all 3 of them are dead already. What the hell? Did they even get to the door? Or to the numbered door? Soon they stood in front of the door.
Open!
Lotus shoved the sun key into the keyhole and twisted it hard. But
Why?
What happened?
Nothing. Nothing happened. I didn't feel it unlock.
Oh no. Is it the wrong key?
I don't know. Maybe.
Lotus sighed, defeated, and leaned against the doorknob. She felt it twist. A small gap appeared between the door and the frame.
It's open.
What the hell is this?
Wait, you mean the door was already unlocked?
Why?
But how would I know that?
Did the other group get a sun key?
Whatever, let's just go.
Lotus took a deep breath and slowly opened the door the rest of the way. They stepped inside. In front of them was another hallway, and stretched out toward the bow of the ship. They began to run. Faster and faster they ran, trying desperately to reach the end of the hallway. A few seconds later, they were there. In front of them stood a massive metal door. They were all breathing heavily as Junpei spoke.
What the hell is this door? I can't see anything that looks like a doorknob or switch or lever or card reader or anything. How the fuck are we supposed to open this?
We don't have a choice. We're gonna have to go back.
No, I'm not going back there. There is a murderer back there.
There was more stark terror in Lotus's voice than authority. She was almost begging.
But I don't see any other doors.
As he spoke, Seven stepped toward the door in front of them, as if to illustrate that it was the only door.
No way.
It opened by itself.
It's an automatic door?
Look, guys, I've got a really bad feeling about all this. The other doors were already unlocked, and this one's automatic. We haven't seen anything like this before.
Bad feeling.
Junpei? How could their situation possibly get worse? 3 people were already dead.
We've hit bottom. This can't get any worse. Shit!
Hey, Junpei!
He stepped through the door.
I can't take this anymore. No one can.
And whatever hope Junpei had managed to summon disappeared.
No. It's a lie. It's gotta be. This can't be real. No. It's impossible. If it's a dream, just wake up already. Someone please tell me it's all just a joke. I'm imagining things. Yep, that's it. This is all obviously a lie. It's a big, elaborate trick. An illusion or something. Or a dream. It's made up.
It wasn't real, right? June. No, the code names meant nothing now. Connie.
Connie!
Oh shit. Junpei cried out and leapt through the door. He flew to her side, his heart like a stone in his chest.
Connie! Connie, hang on!
Junpei swept her up and shook her by the shoulder. She moaned, and her eyes fluttered open, but only barely.
Connie!
Jumpy?
Her face was pale, and her lips were dry and cracked. Her eyes were blank and cloudy. They stared straight at Junpei but saw nothing. Junpei put his hand against the small of her back to hold her up. It felt warm and wet. He lifted his hand up. It was covered in blood.
Oh man. Connie, there's so much blood. What the hell happened to you? How did this happen?
It was all he could do not to break into tears.
Jumpy, I'm sorry.
Her voice was thin, a minuscule thread that was the only thing keeping her with him.
I might not make it.
No, no way. No way I am going to let you die. I am going to save you. I promise.
Thank you, Jumpy. Thank you so much for everything. I was really happy to see you again, Jumpy. Really happy.
Don't give me that I was crap. You're gonna see me again lots more times. You just gotta hang on, all right, Connie? You. Ow, what can I do? Damn it!
He looked up from Connie desperate for something, anything.
What's that?
Then he saw it. A small submarine.
Submarine? What on earth is a submarine doing here?
No, that didn't matter. Nothing mattered except saving Connie. That was the only thing he wanted.
That's it!
Junpei turned his head back down to look at her.
Hang on, alright? There's a submarine over there. I'm gonna go see if it works.
No, don't go. Please, don't go. Please, just stay with me, okay? I want to be close to you, Jumpy. When I...
Connie.
Jumpy, did you know? You meant a lot to me when we were kids. I've liked you for a long time, Junpei. A really long time.
Junpei's vision had gone blurry. It took him a moment to realize his eyes were filled with tears. He could feel a piercing point of heat deep in his heart, like a white-hot flame.
Jumpy, do you remember we hung out a lot when we were kids? We went to the pool and to the fair. Do you remember playing snowball at the school? They're all memories I'll never forget. All of those moments are treasures to me. But I also wanted to go to a lot of other places with you. A lot more. But that won't happen now.
No. I mean, yes. Yes, it will happen. We'll go all sorts of places, Connie. You hear me? I promise. We'll go wherever you want.
Really?
Yeah, really. I swear.
That makes me happy. Really happy.
She said it to herself, over and over, a weak smile creasing her tired face.
Jumpy, I feel sleepy.
No, Connie, don't fall asleep.
Thank you, Jumpy. Thank you so much.
Her eyes were slowly closing. Junpei screamed, even as he felt his throat go hoarse.
Connie! Connie! Connie!
Time passed. Junpei wept, curled over Connie's body. He cried and cried until he had no tears left. When the last tear fell, Junpei was no more. His body remained, but only as an empty shell. Somewhere, he heard a bell ring. It was the clock at the central staircase. It rang 5 times, then faded.
5 o'clock.
Quietly, gently, softly, he set Connie down on the floor. Slowly, Junpei stood. Only then did he realize that Seven and Lotus had not followed him. Where had they gone? Slowly, he looked around the room. There was nothing. No sign that they had ever been there. It felt as though every part of Junpei's body was made of lead. Slowly, he made his way to the door he'd come through. As he approached it, it opened, sliding apart with a sound like a grinding stone. Oh, I've got a bad feeling. Junpei passed through the gate and into the hallway. Oh, fuck. His heart rattled in his chest, an empty, lifeless thing. It had been so utterly broken that there was nothing left to feel. When he saw their bodies, he simply stared. It was a lake, a sea of blood. 2 bodies lay in it. There was no need to check. There was no breath left in him. His eyes lit on Lotus's wrist. Her bracelet. It was gone. He stared. It meant nothing to him. He didn't care anymore. He couldn't care anymore. Junpei's body felt numb. Seven knew the lump of lead in his chest had once been a heart. Couldn't quite remember what it had been for. Tears poured from his eyes in great streams. He wasn't sure why. He gave up trying to make them stop. He turned around. The door opened again and slowly, numbly, he walked through. He kept walking. Why stop? An object set in motion. Simple inertia carried him forward. Eventually, he found himself in front of the submarine. His arm reached for the hatch. And then he was floating in water. His eyes stared down into it. He couldn't see the bottom. His back was hot. Dimly, he felt the blade of a knife in it. Who? One dead body lay behind door number 5. The body of the 9th man. Another lay in the shower room. The body of Snake. At the central staircase were 3 more. Ace, Santa, and Clover. Just outside the door were 2 corpses, those of Seven and Lotus. And in this very room lay the body that had once been Connie. And now Junpei would join them. Who then had killed them all? Who? Junpei let out one last breath. Faintly he felt the bubbles creep up the side of his face. His consciousness faded quickly, dissolving away into the cold, gentle lapping of the water. I think I got a bad ending. Well, that was, Okay, so, let's see. Okay, so I'm pretty sure I fucked up when I kind of dissed Clover's theory. That definitely didn't help things. I feel like I don't feel like the rooms themselves were timed, so I don't think it was that. I'm not quite sure what I should have done differently, but I guess I'll have to maybe try out different doors. Yeah, everything felt right. Morphogenetic field voice? The hell? Alright, let's see. Can I skip this? Nope, I cannot skip it. Okay, well, we're gonna be watching the credits for a bit. Yeah, so this game is fun. It's interesting. I'm not quite sure how I reached that bad end. The only place I think I fucked up is, like I said, with Clover. But, the end. Or is it? Nope, that's the only end to the game. You never learn the mystery. Everyone's dead. Life sucks. We all die by a yellow submarine. Nice. It reached one ending. This game has multiple endings. In order to experience all the endings, you need to play through the game multiple times. Make sure to save your progress now to retain all information you've required. Memory of Escape has been added to the title screen. Memory of Escape enables you to replay the escape rooms you've completed. Yeah. Wow, I got the last ending. Now that's... Okay, so... yeah, whatever I did here sent me off onto an immediate dead end. And... apparently one of the choices here could send me on the same path. Okay. Let's see. I kind of want to go back to here to just go through the other door with Ace and his group. Like, it'd be dissing June, but you know, might as well see everything from the beginning, just to get all that information we can. 4 and 5 doors. Now let me explore a bit.
With that topic. But then what you...
We should talk it through.
Oh, go back to the novel screen.
Oh my god. Talking. We've only got...
Yeah, they're talking about which door to go through.
Well, it's...
Oh, thank...
Correct.
But
And yeah, I still don't want any information on how to get particular endings.
I'm...
Come on.
Call me...
Like there's still plenty left for me to explore on my own.
If you think... What the hell? Yeah, doesn't...
Oh. Fine. I can't... Anyone... I'll go.
what?
Don't worry. We may...
How do you know that?
Because, like...
That's if you're going.
What?
There's no...
Yeah, I'm gonna go through door 5 this time.
Oh, the...
Wait, what about...
Lotus, Arbor, 8-3...
Okay, I'm glad it still tells me the same
8
thing.
plus 3, the digit. It's 4. Add up our...
Then
Yeah.
So
Weird that there's no skip button.
7, Snake, Clover, and Ace. They would go through door 5.
There. Nope, there is not.
Load.
All right. It seems we've reached.
where?
The door...
Which...
Oh, shit. Nope, no. Ah, shit. Fuck. Whoopsie. Okay. That was my bad.
I thought.
So,
Oh my... Talking. We've only got... You're...
Very.
Sure.
okay, it's weird that it doesn't just drop me right at the choice. That's kind of annoying, but whatever.
All 8...
Then it would.
Wait. I'm telling...
Come on.
Call me if I'm...
Sorry.
Oh.
Hey, man. If you think... What the hell? Yeah, doesn't mean...
Oh. Fine. I can't go anyone... I'll go.
What?
Don't we...
How do you...
Because...
That's if...
What?
There's. If I. And if you.
7... The digital...
Oh, the...
Wait, what about the other...
Load... Arbor...
Dude, Junpei did some quick math. Oh my god, it's such amazing fast math.
It's add up...
Then...
Yeah.
So the... 7...
Yeah, but I want to go through door 5 since I didn't last time, so...
Or should
All right. It seems I'm.
Where?
The doors...
which...
Hey, wait.
Junpei's cry echoed across the room. 4 people walking toward the door stopped. Turned back toward him.
I want to go through door 5, too.
The words were scarcely out of his mouth when June spoke up.
What? What are you saying, Jumpy? If you're going through that door, then I'm going with you.
Fuck you are! It's like, you're not getting away from me that easy. He turned around to look at her.
No, you can't. I can't take you with me.
Why?
Oh, you know what's in there, don't you? Are you sure you want to see that?
Well,
June opened her mouth as if to say something, but instead closed it again and looked at the floor. Junpei felt that ache in his chest at her clear distress, but the choice was not his to make. There was nothing else he could do. Junpei turned away from June, doing his best to silence his turbulent emotions.
Please, let me go into door 5.
Seven scratched his head and looked at the young man.
Man, now we're right back where we started. You know that?
Junpei's bracelet is number 5, right? If we are going to add Junpei, then we must subtract 5 from the rest of us.
Snake turned to Ace.
Ace, please, take good care of Clover.
Uh-oh.
Oh, all right. That's fine.
It's like, oh, taking care of kids. Not my specialty. 1 + 4 = 5.
don't go away.
You need to listen to me, Clover. Go to door 4 with the others.
No!
Don't be so selfish.
Snake's tone was harsh.
Why?
Oh man, I'm just ruining everyone's day with this choice. Tears welled up in Clover's eyes. She bit her lip and did her best to fight them off. Snake's expression softened, and he put his arms around Clover. He held her close and whispered into her ear.
You'll be fine. Just relax.
It looked as though he whispered 2 or 3 more words, but whatever they were, Junpei didn't hear them.
What did he tell her?
He couldn't help but wonder what the other man had said. Snake pulled back from his sister, his eyes kind and inquiring. He's blind! His eyes aren't open!
Okay, I understand.
The game keeps forgetting that he doesn't have his eyes open. Or the script does, at least. Her voice was barely audible from where Junpei stood. Before long, new teams were assembled.
Let's make sure we've got this straight. Those going to door 5 are me, 7, and Snake. 7 + 2 + 5 = 14, and the digital root of 14, 1 + 4, is 5. And those going to door 4 are Lotus, Santa, June, Ace, and Clover.
Everyone else.
8 + 3 + 6 + 1 + 4 is 22, and the digital root of 22 is 2 + 2, 4. We're okay with this.
No problems here.
Yes. Let's do it.
All right then.
Seven, Snake, and Junpei scanned their numbered bracelets in quick succession. The screen of the red showed 3 asterisks.
The lever's all that's left. Okay. All right then. Let's go.
Asterisk is one of those words I hate because I don't like it when it's pluralized. Junpei glanced around one last time, his hand resting on the lever of the red.
Okay, please be careful.
Concern was written plainly across her face.
We will.
Junpei looked her in the eye, and gave what he hoped was a reassuring nod. He pulled the lever. With the sharp clack of a lock releasing, the door swung open.
And it's open.
Ahead of them, in the small hallway, were the pitiful remains of the 9th man.
Oh,
That's messed up.
that was the 9th man.
For a moment, Junpei froze. Try as he might, his eyes would not leave the corpse, and his feet would not leave the floor. 7 too seemed paralyzed. Snake, on the other hand, seemed unconcerned. He walked calmly down the bloody hallway and only stopped when he realized his companions were not following.
Oh.
How can you...
Guys?
Do you intend to kill me? I assume you haven't forgotten the door only remains open for 9 seconds, have you?
He hadn't even bothered to turn around. His head was, at most, slightly cocked toward one shoulder.
Sorry.
Let's go!
Junpei and 7 looked at one another, nodded, and threw themselves through the door. As they did, a cold tone sounded from the left wrists of all 3 men. 7 and Junpei looked down at the bracelets. On both of them, and on Snake's, a red skull had flickered to life.
Damn it! The countdown started!
They had scarcely processed this information when... With a metallic slam, the numbered door behind them swung shut.
Shit, the door!
There's no turning back now. And if we don't manage to find the deactivation device...
Hey, where is the dead?
The fear and urgency in Seven's face reflected what all three of them felt.
How the hell should I know? Stay calm. Look around you.
Okay, I get it.
Junpei spun around, searching desperately for the dead.
Ah!
He found it easily enough. It was on the wall, next to the closed door labeled 5.
Found it. Right here.
As he yelled, he struck the scanner with his hand. The other two scrambled to follow suit. As soon as they finished, Snake threw the lever down.
Whew. Well, it looks like it stopped.
As he spoke, Junpei wiped the sweat from his forehead with a trembling hand.
Goddamn thing's gonna give me a heart attack.
A muscle stood out in Seven's neck, and the corners of his mouth were twitching.
Jumpy, are you alright?
You didn't go in? Come on.
Are you guys okay?
Oh right, we did this last time, so yeah. They could hear anxious voices, muffled but distinct, from the other side of the door.
Yeah, we're fine.
The detonators have been deactivated.
They heard relieved sighs, and even through the door the three men could feel the tension disperse.
Alright, we're moving on. Be careful, okay?
Okay.
Sure thing.
We get through this and all 6 of them managed to explode because they didn't hit the freaking dead at the end of the hallway.
And they're gone.
I don't think so, but it's just a funny thought. They heard footsteps moving away, and before long they were alone again.
Now,
Junpei looked around.
doesn't look like we can go any further this way.
The hallway ended roughly 20 or 30 feet from where they stood.
Maybe this wall can be moved. Or not. It's not budging.
Hey, there's a door over there.
To the left, however, was a wooden door that looked positively inviting by comparison. In the middle of it was a plaque that read First Class.
A first-class cabin, huh?
Well, it seems like it.
Let's have a look then, shall we? All right then, let's go.
Yeah.
Without hesitation, Snake opened the door and stepped inside. Seven followed closely behind him. Junpei moved to follow them as well, but
Oh.
just... I thought I misread something. He stopped, just short of the threshold, and looked back, not knowing why.
I don't want to look, but
Lying in the small hallway was a man's body, or at least what was left of it. He'd tried hard to avoid looking at the grisly scene, but it just wouldn't leave his mind.
it's so horrible. I can't even tell what's what.
What had once been a man's internal organs now looked like so much vomit, as though something had chewed up and spit out the better part of his torso. It was hideous, but worse still, it was cruel. It was hard to believe the thing on the floor had once been human. The black pool of thick blood, the lumps of glistening flesh spread across the floor, the awkward, twisted angle of shredded intestines, the head wrenched to some grotesque, unnatural position.
He'd been wearing these.
The man's glasses lay next to his head. The lenses were cracked, and the frame bent and distorted. Next to the glasses lay a bracelet, the number 9 displayed on its face. The number 9 hasn't disappeared. Does it still work, even when it's not on a person?
The bracelet's off. Oh wait, Zero did say.
Lastly, let us discuss how to remove the bracelets. There are only 2 ways to do so. 1. You escape from this ship. 2. Your heart rate reaches 0. In other words, once the bracelet is taken outside the confines of the ship, or the backside of the wearer's heartbeat has fallen to 0, it will shut down automatically.
The bracelet comes off when you're dead. But what the hell's the point of getting it off when you end up like this?
Oh, just imagining how it must have happened. This was a human.
Suddenly, Junpei felt his stomach convulse, and a knot of muscle gripped his throat.
Oh god. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna puke. Oh, I gotta get out of here.
He clapped his hands over his mouth and ran to the first-class cabin. The atmosphere changed immediately. The room was gorgeous, and despite the apparent age of the ship, none the worse for wear.
Huh. Where did they...
He looked around. Seven and Snake were nowhere to be seen. There were 2 doors on the right side of the room. He opened the one on his right and went through.
Through here?
On the other side of the door was a short hallway. He jogged down the hallway, opened the door at the other end, and peeked through. There they were, to his right, busy examining something.
What's up?
Oh. He stepped through the door and walked toward them.
Check this out. We found this thing here on the door.
The red light's on. Does that mean it's locked?
So I would assume.
Is there any other way out?
We looked around a little. Other than this door, we didn't find anything.
So you're telling me that unless we can open this door...
Yes, we won't be going anywhere.
Junpei stepped away from the door and looked around the room.
This looks like a bedroom.
Then the other room is probably a living room. Or the closest you can get to one on a ship.
All right, let's find a way to open this door. Come on, guys.
Seek a way out. There's a lot of rooms, though. Yeah, 2 bath... Or what are these? Looks like a closet, 2 closets, a bathroom, another bathroom, or I guess I should say a bathroom, a water closet, living room, and this bedroom, or bedroom and living room. Yeah, whatever. There's a ton of stuff. I just want to check something. Okay. Alright. Before I get started, I am going to be right back. I need to get something. Alrighty. Okay, so, let's see. Time to click on everything. Score plate. It's written in treble clef, so I have no idea what it says. I see. This feels like glass. A rectangular piece of glass. Is there something written on the surface? Yeah, it's a sheet of music with a couple of A notes. Just A's? Yeah, that's it. Kinda weird, huh? I guess so. Yeah. I only know bass clef, so I cannot read treble clef. It took Junpei by surprise. Snake, usually so calm and collected, suddenly began to move. He stared about the room almost frantically, clearly looking for something. No, Junpei thought, not staring. After all, he's blind. God damn it, Junpei. Blind or not, Snake was clearly attempting to do something. He's listening. At last, Junpei could no longer contain his curiosity.
What's wrong? You got weird all of a sudden.
Snake waited a moment before answering.
I heard something strange.
Something strange?
Ah, well, never mind. It doesn't seem to be anything suspicious. I don't wish to toot my own horn, but my auditory senses are considerably more advanced than those of most humans.
I'm a new level of life form. I'm a stage beyond.
I notice even the slightest of noises.
Right. Are you gonna tell me you can hear a needle drop from a mile away?
No, such a thing would be impossible.
Well, I've never tried.
However, by listening to the sound of footsteps and breathing, as well as sound echoing off the environment, I can locate most objects.
Oh yeah, that's right. When Clover fell on the big staircase a little while ago, you were at her side immediately. So that was...
Yes, I could hear it happening. In fact, I can run quite fast. Certainly as fast as you. And should someone attempt to start a fight with me, I am quite confident that I could defeat them.
Okay, I'm glad we went through this door, because this is giving me more information on several different things already.
Oh, really?
Junpei was somewhat taken aback by this revelation. He stared at Snake, skeptical.
You don't believe me, do you? Care to give it a try? I must warn you, you'll no doubt regret it. Well, I suppose that's enough playing around. Let's resume our search, shall we?
With a small, self-satisfied smile, Snake turned and walked away from Junpei. Snake saying he could kick your ass any day of the week, pal. A white desk. Feels kinda fancy. Small round chair. Looks like it probably goes to the vanity. So this is the locking thing. It's flashing red. That's usually not a good sign. Is that a microphone? It looks like a satellite dish. Let me see. Well, judging by the feel of it, I would guess that we are meant to produce some sort of sound. And this device will sense it and unlock. Okay, well, I guess we have to hit the right notes. Oh, I see. What's this? This isn't a score. Is this a map of the ship? A map? There's a map of the ship here? Yeah. Then I imagine it will prove very helpful. You'd best hold on to it, Junpei. Okay. It's not possible to use the map screen. It's totally a table with a mirror. Ah yes, you know, that sort of thing is known as a vanity. Were you aware of that, Junpei? Of course, vanity also refers to self-love, conceit, and narcissism. As such, you could say that every day when a woman looks into one of these, she is staring at her own conceit and narcissism. Doesn't that strike you as terribly sad? Snake, dude. Not the time or place. The lights are lit. A window. There's an iron plate nailed to it. Bed. Did I look at all the bed had? There's nothing under the pillow. Bed with a canopy. I've seen things like this in movies and stuff, but never in real life. True, you don't see too many these days. can't see the details, obviously, but I imagine it's one of those princess beds Clover is so fond of. Clover wants one of these? Yes. She wants a princess bed. Didn't I say that? You think it doesn't suit her? Yeah, I guess you could say that. Ah, Junpei. Judge her by appearances, will you? And well, you should not. Alrighty. That seems to be everything in here for now. It's a light switch. Nothing happens when I press it. Well, both of them lit up, so I'm gonna assume, yeah. Okay. And there we are in the mirror. What a pair. A college kid and a terrifying giant of a man in a beanie. Stuck in a cramped bathroom. With this beast of a man. What would my parents say? They would ask why you're in the bathroom with another guy. Just, like, not as a gay thing, just like, dude, why are both of you in there? Something wrong, Junpei? You looked real sad all of a sudden. No, nothing. Well, the sink's clean. Any water? Nothing's coming out. We've got the faucet on all the way, but I can't hear anything. The lights, huh? Nope, doesn't look like there's anything hidden there. Testing, testing. Hey, it's great to see you out here. I just flew in from New York, and boy are my arms tired. Yes, thank you, I'll be here all week. Try the veal. It's not a mic 7. It's just a shower head. What? Oh my god, he actually believed that? What the hell? Oh my god, 7. This faucet must be for putting water in the bathtub. It looks full already. The bathtub is full of water. Is there ash or something in this water? It looks kind of gray. Let's just pull the plug. No, hold on. Maybe we can, I don't know, use it for something. Use it for something? There was cloudy water. Something's bothering 7. Maybe I'll hold off on pulling this plug for a moment. I don't see anything. It's a heavy piece of paper that's been folded in half. It has score printed on the front of it. Score? It's gonna be musical score. If that's true, then the score we just found was probably in here. At least at some point. This is some sort of antique desk. Makes sense though, I guess. The whole room's full of antiques. You could get a nice handful of cash for all the stuff in here. There are a couple lights on the wall here. They're very nice. It's a chair. Guess you put sheet music in it? Well, we only have the one score so far. Hey! There's an iron grate in front of the fireplace. There's something behind it. Okay, well, fireplace, huh? Don't see one of these too often. Aren't a lot of people these days with real fireplaces and real fires? I mean, yeah, it's incredibly outdated as a concept. This couch looks just big enough for 3 people. Looks perfect to me. What? Perfect for an elegant gentleman like myself. The couch looks a lot more elegant. Hey, there's something you aren't saying. Never mind. Expensive looking chair sitting over here. I get it. You're gonna use his face, right? It's pretty clever, Junpei. We just gotta fill this thing with water. Oh, we do? Oh, okay, I wasn't even thinking about that. Looks like a vase. Maybe you could use that. There was once a vase on this table. Okay, so go get water from the bathroom. It's not the bathroom. This is a suitcase made of leather the color of rich mahogany. Well, shoot. Looks like there's nothing in it. Leather suitcase. Dang, nothing in there. Hey, G. Oh, I see. A and G, okay. I thought it was gonna be like A, B, C, as in like sort of bullet points, but no, it's the note on it. You can see right through it, and there's a couple of G notes written on it. Huh, wonder what that means. What is this? It's a toilet. Doesn't seem to be anything in the toilet or the tank. There's some toilet paper on the wall there. Nothing that looks suspicious. Alright, it said nothing in the tank. Okay, well, that certainly was a room. Junpei, look! There's a hand coming out of the toilet! Just a joke there, kid. Not funny, man. I'm too old for this shit. Incontinence is a problem many older people struggle with, but there's help. Okay, that was weird. Hey Junpei, you're a tourist, right? What? Why? Well, you're so well organized. Most people wouldn't bother to search for something that didn't seem to mean much. 7, are you calling me out or something? Okay. Bathtub's full of gross cloudy water. Alright. Shouldn't be too hard to fill his face up. And now it's got shitty water in it. Hey Junpei, what are you doing over there? Only one thing to do now and you got that thing full of water. Come on, what are you waiting for? Yeah. The safe is locked. It's one of those dial locks. It doesn't have a key. We just need to get the dials in the right place and it'll pop. Did you find anything, 7? Nope. How about you, Snake? I also found nothing. Another score plate. A, C, and G. Yeah, well, it feels like glass. Its parents... Yeah, that's got C notes. Let's suitcase. Nothing inside. I can tell by the weight, and it makes no noise when shaken. It's a leather suitcase. Unfortunately, there's nothing inside. Okay. I think there's something in the back of the fireplace, behind the fire. Right on, buddy. Do it. Do what? Come on, that's not hard to figure out. Seriously? Throw that shit on there. Yeah, I'll take this out now. Can't just throw it at the grate, though. Gotta pour the water right into the fire itself. About time, buddy. Let's do it. Here we go. Haha, good job. Another success. That fire didn't stand a chance. Alright, I'll just pull this out now. Don't want to get burned, so let's pull down the sleeves. Score plate. It's a ceramic plate of some kind. It looks like a blank sheet of music. No? Okay. As Junpei tucked the plate into his pocket. Oh, you're having a problem already, 7? Last time it took to the end of the game for that. Or the last door. He threw out a hand and caught the wall in time to steady himself and avoid the floor. But his face was flushed and he looked startled.
Hey, 7. What the hell was that? Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm fine. I just felt a little dizzy, that's all.
7 rubbed a couple of fingers across his brow, then shook his head as if to clear it.
What the hell is wrong with me? First memory loss, now I'm getting dizzy for no reason.
Memory loss?
Junpei couldn't hide the surprise in his voice. 7, for his part, seemed unconcerned.
Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't tell you, huh? I told the rest of them before we ran into you on the stairs. I told them I couldn't remember a damn thing from before I woke up. Didn't realize I hadn't told you.
Whoa, wait a minute. You're talking about amnesia, right?
Yeah, I guess so.
Well, why are you an amnesiac? What happened to you?
If I knew that, I wouldn't really be one, would I?
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true.
Junpei paused for a moment and stared at 7.
Are you telling the truth?
Huh?
Well, you look pretty calm for somebody who doesn't remember anything. If you've really got amnesia, shouldn't you be, like, upset or confused or something?
Well, sure. I mean, I was pretty confused when I woke up down on D-Deck, but that was a while ago. I've had some time to get used to it. After a while, I figured it wasn't worth the trouble of worrying about it. After all, why worry about something I can't change? Well, people usually don't stay amnesiacs forever. I figure it'll work itself out eventually.
But that's it?
That's it.
Uh,
Alright, that's enough talking for now. Let's get back to work.
Seven gave Junpei a look the younger man wasn't sure how to interpret, and turned to walk away.
How are you fine with something like that?
Somehow, though, Junpei didn't find his reassurances very reassuring. Alright, well. It says score on the paper. I guess you put sheet music in it. I didn't examine that piano. Hey Junpei, where are you going? Didn't we come out of that door? No point going back there. Also, all that's out there are a locked number door and a dead body. Or what's left of it. Yeah. Remember, man, this place is kind of a maze. Upright piano. From the feel of the wood, it must be quite old. Piano keyboard. What is Snake doing? He can't play, can he? This piano. There's something amiss with the keys. You mean it's out of tune or something? No, not that. It's properly tuned, just... Well, the sounds are clearly purposefully different. The C key doesn't yield a C, but rather a different note entirely. The same goes for the D keys. They play some other note. Huh? Why do you think it's like that? Isn't it painfully obvious? Zero modified it in some way. This piano, you see, is part of one of the puzzles Zero has set for us. Perhaps if we played the keys in the correct order, something will happen. In other words, we need to play a song on the piano. I believe so. Keys are all messed up. How do you get the score plate? I'm not really sure what to do with it. Well, it's white. Is there anything written on it? Yeah, a staff, like for music. No notes, though. Huh. Interesting. Strange. I'm not quite sure what this paper is. It feels like it should be important, but I haven't found what exactly for yet. Staple the dialogue on it. We'll be able to open it until we know the right numbers. Well, I haven't seen any numbers. Snake's rubbing it. This is a high-quality desk. Teak, or perhaps mahogany. Wow, how can you tell? Oh, I have my ways. I have rubbed many a desk in my day. I'm trying to see if there's anything on the canopy, but I guess not. There's nothing in the drawer. Yep, totally empty. Well, I guess I can pull this. I don't need the water anymore. Yeah, good plan. Alright, where's that thing? A good tug ought to be enough to get it out. Huh? Ah, there we go. Transparent. Got D notes on it. There's nothing in the bathtub anymore. This faucet is really hard to turn. And doesn't matter how hard I yank on this thing, this thing won't budge. Hard for you to turn, kid? How about you let a man give it a shot? Damn it, nothing. Might as well be a damn rock. Looks like something's holding that knob in place. Well, if you can't do it, Seven, guess we might as well give up. Okay, well, I have a shit ton of sheets. I have AD. Let's see. Keys on here all messed up. I think if I play a specific tune, then something will happen. I'm gonna need a score to play the song, though. Oops. Just gotta put the ceramic plate on the bottom, and then stack the glass plates on top of it. Alright, good. Sweet. Now I can play the music. Junpei, would you be so kind as to play the piano? I am unable to, you see. I'm sure I needn't tell you, but the keys on this piano are not what you might expect them to be. C won't be C, D won't be D, and so forth. You must listen carefully to— oh my fucking god, not an audio puzzle. You understand? Yeah. Alright, let's give this a shot. Okay. Okay, good, there's a visual aspect. Okay, so... those don't make the right sound. Okay, it's right there. Ugh. 3, 4. 1. Alright, let me... oh. Damn it. Okay. Let me just... 3, 4, 5... 3, 4, 5, 6... 3, 4, 5, 6, 3, 5, 4, 3, 4, 3, 5, 6, 6, 5, 4, 3. Everybody wake up! And we're done. Music is not my forte. Wait, what was that noise? Junpei! We did it! Looks like it worked. I heard something unlock over by the exit. Let's go. Good plan. Stand! Bow! Be seated! I guess he hasn't forgotten that. At least Snake thinks it's funny. Yes, I suppose that was the classroom bell, wasn't it? Don't imagine that's what Zero was thinking of, however. No, Zero almost certainly meant to suggest Westminster, not middle school. Westminster? The palace in London that plays host these days to the Houses of Parliament. You've heard of Big Ben, the famous clock tower, yes? Big Ben plays that very collection of notes on the hour. London. Capital of England, huh? At any rate, the door is now unlocked. Let's leave this place immediately. But what about this? Safe. It's a safe. Safe, huh? The exit's open. Yeah, strange that we didn't need to open this to achieve our goal. Do you think it's important? I wonder what's in there. Yeah, there were no numbers in here that I could find. And I can leave. Or goes to the living room. Okay, yeah, and the game won't let me out of here anyway. Yeah, the sign's green now. I'd imagine that means it is now unlocked. And what the hell are we sitting around here for? Let's get out of here. Now let's have another look around, just to be sure. Yeah, so there was nothing on the bed. It won't even let me attempt to dial in the numbers because, you know, I haven't found a code. There was nothing on the table. Well, I guess that'll have to do for now. All right, let's go. Oh. He came out of the door and into a long straight hallway.
Another hallway?
He paused for a moment and then turned around to look behind him.
That should do it.
Seven was bent over, apparently doing something to the door.
What's he up to?
Junpei had spoke more or less to himself, but apparently Seven had heard anyway. The larger man stood up and turned to Junpei.
I was just putting one of those plates in there. It ought to keep the door from locking again.
Hey, smart.
Now we can come back here anytime we want, right?
Yeah, if we find the code, we can get to that safe.
Ah, why would you want to come back here?
Snake was a reasonable one. Seven thought about it for a moment before he answered.
I might like to play a little piano.
Piano?
Come on, let's get moving. We aren't out of this yet.
Yeah, Seven isn't dumb. Seven knows what he's all about. Without waiting for an answer, Seven started off down the hallway.
Well then?
Snake shrugged, sighed, and quietly followed Seven. That's a lie, Junpei thought to himself.
Can't say I could ever imagine Seven playing the piano. He couldn't use the piano in there anyway. The keyboard's a mess. But why would he want to leave the door unlocked then? I have no clue.
Hey, wait for me!
Junpei frowned, took one last look at the door, and then walked away toward his companions. After some time in the hallway, they emerged into a larger, more open area.
Whoa, a metal grate?
Hey, I'm on the other side. A large metal grate, like the door of a jail, divided it in half.
Why is this thing...
They shook it for a while, but as they expected, it did not move.
Figures.
Are those elevators over there?
No way to know if they're working or not from here.
Oh, there's a door just to the left of this grate.
Unfortunately, however, it was locked and refused to open.
Sounds like it's locked.
Yep.
Junpei took a moment to examine the left side of the room.
Stairs leading down.
They're blocked by the grate, though.
But this here seems accessible.
So we can open it?
Nah, I think it's locked, too. Look.
In the center of the door was a small keyhole. Next to this keyhole, a small symbol had been carved into the metal.
What's this mark? The female symbol.
He wasn't quite sure what to make of it. Snake, naturally, was somewhat more sure.
Ah, the Venus symbol, I imagine.
Yep.
Do you recall the similar symbols near the large central stairway? They reference many of the solar bodies.
Oh, that's right. The Sun,
Saturn, and Earth.
So, as you can see, that one is likely.
not the woman symbol, but a Venus symbol.
So I assume.
Yeah. I'm your Venus, I'm your fire, your desire.
Hold on. Where's 7?
While they had been discussing the symbols, Junpei now realized 7 had slipped away. His absence now felt, Snake and Junpei turned to look for their missing
There he
companion.
is, down that hallway.
Game, stop doing that. 7 had left them to head down the hallway extending to the right of the stairs.
This way, Snake. Follow me.
Junpei grabbed Snake to lead him in the right direction, and they both headed off after 7. Before long, the three of them stood in front of a door.
I wonder if this door will...
It was a French door.
How about that? It opens.
Junpei tested the door and realized that, unlike so many others that they'd encountered, it was unlocked. Almost as though he was afraid it would suddenly lock itself, Junpei threw the door open. He stepped inside.
Oh, wow.
It took only a moment for Junpei to take in his new surroundings.
Is this some kind of casino?
Sure looks like one.
Before Junpei could comment further, a noise from behind made him turn around. Snake was shaking the door they'd just come through.
Well, this is troubling.
As 7 and Junpei watched, he threw up his hands in frustration and then kicked the door for good measure.
It seems we are once again locked in.
There was no reason to panic, however.
Even if that door was open, it's not like we had anywhere to go that way.
So we must find another exit then.
All right, guys, let's split up and search this room. Come on, no dawdling. Let's go. Quickly now.
Spurred to action by 7's words, Junpei and Snake began to examine the room. Seek a way out. Okay, so this is that casino. I did remember, like, when we were searching for Snake, everyone split off and, like, I got the chance to head towards the casino, and I didn't know what casino it meant, but I guess that was the 5 door. And now I'm here. Card 5. 5 of spades. There's nothing on the table. Standard run-of-the-mill chairs. A square poker table. There's nothing on it. Hey Junpei, I just found this on the shelf. A playing card? Oh, the 4 of spades. Yeah, there was... Okay, that was the one that's down there. There's something on the counter. Looks like a card. A playing card. 7 of spades. Wow, I've almost got it straight. Well, will you look at that? Someone left a bottle of booze here. Don't mind if I do. Glug, glug, glug. Ah. Oh, that hits the spot. Feels like my throat's burning. Damn, he really drank it. We don't even know how long it's been there. I mean, if it's wine, it's probably fine. The counter's pretty well polished. Okay. That's a lot of expensive glasses. Even cheap drinks taste great out of glasses like those. There's a whole lot of glasses on the shelf. Doesn't look like there's anything else back there, though. Okay. Red vase? No, nothing. There's just some strange-looking chandeliers. They look kind of like UFOs from that movie, Michelle's Farm Tools. What the hell kind of movie is that? Yeah, what's this? There's a weird-looking thing floating in here. Something on top of the fireplace. I've got the 6 spades. Awesome. One more. There's a weird-looking thing floating in there. Well, wait. When those 2 lights turned on, I heard something from the bottom of the fireplace. What was that? I heard something down there. A coin bag. Like chips? There are a whole bunch of coins stuffed in this velour bag. Look at all these coins. Perhaps these coins will allow us to convince machines to move. Firewood. Anything else? Are you sure that isn't anything else in there? Yeah. Okay, well, the thing showed club, diamond, heart. Clubs, diamonds, and hearts? What's that? Well, when I turn on these lights, they make these shadows on the canvas. And the shadows look like the three symbols, right? Yeah. Clubs, diamonds, and hearts. What's this? The Ace of Spades. Yeah, that's the Ace of Spades. It seems the card is attached to the panel. And attached very well, it seems. You don't mind. What sort of card is this? It's a playing card. The Ace of Spades, in fact. Hey, Junpei, you really think you got all the cards we need for this one? Ah, hell, guess there's no harm in trying it anyway. Well, I guess I need to come up to 9. Or probably digital root of 9. Let's see. 7, 6, 5, and 4. I'm gonna assume there's a 7, 6, 5, and 4. I'm gonna assume there's either an 8 or a 3 somewhere. The main body of this slot machine. There's the coin slot on the upper left. Coin slot. Alright, let's put a coin from that bag in here. Oh wait. This is heart, spades, diamond. What happened? I heard an odd noise. Well, let me be honest, I don't know. I pressed some of the buttons and smacked the machine once or twice, but nothing happened. Oh. Looks like the coin got stuck. Oh dear. No, it's fine, I get it. Heart, spade, diamond. Heart, spade, diamond. Okay, no, never mind, I don't get it. Club, diamond, spade, heart. Are these the same? Club, diamond, spade, heart. Diamond, heart, club. Diamond, heart, club. No, they're all the same, except for the numbers. A light. Wait, did Snake just tense up? Hey, what's up? No, never mind. No need to worry. Is Snake scared of the light? Okay, well, that didn't work. It's a stand for the slot machine. See anything suspicious? I was gonna see if I could pull open the drawers, but I guess not. Alright, well, Junpei, you do know what to do, yes? Junpei, perhaps you should be more careful in the future. You got the coin stuck in the machine on the left. Please don't make the same mistake again, that would be bad. I know that. That'll be fine. Jerk. I'll put this coin in the slot and that'll show him. Huh? That's weird. Do you intend to lock us in here? It's not my fault. The coin just got stuck all on its own. Oh boy. Well, alright, let's drop this coin in the coin slot. Come on, you little bastards, I only need one of you. Okay, well I guess number 2 actually works. What is this? Club. Diamond, heart. Well, that's what I needed. This is a tough one. And what is this so tough, if I might ask? Hitting these reels just right. Timing is... well, it's not easy. I don't believe you need to hit them just right. Huh? What? Anyway, time to try again. Am I trying to get the 7s? Do I just let it spin? Do I? Oh, okay. Club, diamond, heart. 777! Yes, 777! And I think I hear something unlocking in there. Impressive, Junpei. It would appear to be unlocked now. There's something akin to a drawer in the bottom part of this machine, yes? That is a pickup drawer for dividend. Probably the lock for the drawer got unlocked. Please open it, if you would. I got... what is it? It's a 2 of spades. Is there something there? Yeah, a playing card. And this... a key with the Venus symbol on it. Excellent, Junpei. Now we will be able to open the gate. Then we just need to figure out how to get out of this room. Correct. Come on, Junpei, hurry up. And he's off. There's a playing card in here, and a Venus key. Better put the key in my pocket for later. As for the card, it's a 2 of spades. My straight was ruined. 2 of spades. My perfect straight is just, it's in tatters now. And there's no dealer to try and exchange it. It says 9. Yeah, looks like that cover's hiding something. This is the cover, then maybe it opens up. Probably does. Okay, well. Here's the card slot. Looks like we need to put a playing card in here. Alright, let's give it a shot. Well, if there's an ace, and I need to get 9, oh, do I put in... Oh? Okay, so it's some combination. It's not working. So it would seem. I'm shocked and appalled that guessing at random has not yielded better results. Oh, fuck off, Snake. Yeah. So, what do we got? There's a thick stone gate here. Oh, what's this? Check out that stained glass. Oh, beautiful. What? Huh? Stained glass is colored pieces of glass placed together in a frame. As I've said many times before, I need only touch it to know. I can at least discern the basic structure. God damn it, snaky poser. It's recessed into the wall. All I can see there is lighting fixtures, though. Which probably means the stained glass doesn't look outside. What do we got here? Oh, there's the 3. Okay, then I do got my... Well, no. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. 3 spades. Okay, well. What's this? Suddenly, 7 began to speak.
Baccarat. You ever played Junpei?
No. Junpei shook his head. He'd barely even heard of the game.
No, never.
I mean, I've heard of the game, but I've just never played it.
Alright then, how about I explain the rules to you a bit? See, Baccarat is kind of an unusual game. You've got the banker and the player. The whole point is that you guess which one's gonna win. And whether the banker or the player wins, it all depends on their hands. The way each hand works is different from other games too. You see, you take the number from the ones place after you add up the value of all your cards. Whoever gets the number closest to 9 wins. If your number is smaller than your opponent's, you lose.
I think they talked about in the other route, the other path.
And that's it. That's the explanation. Got it? Well, actually, there's a lot more to it. Strategy, details, that sort of stuff. But what I just told you sums up the core of the game pretty well. The single digit of the sum of all the cards you have. The strongest hand is a 9. And the weakest hand is a 0. You just ignore the number in the 10 spot. Do you get it?
Yeah.
He hadn't been asked for it, but 7's explanation, roast through it had been, was helpful.
Well, maybe half of it. Enough. I got a chance at winning the game if I played now.
However, we have no way of knowing if the puzzle in the Baccarat table makes use of those rules, and if it does, in what manner.
Then I guess we try everything.
Feeling more confident, if only slightly, Junpei approached the Baccarat table. Okay, well, there's an ace there. 8. If I want to get a 9, let's see, I've got 7 and 6. That gives me 13. So 2, 3, it's 5. So 2, 3, 4. 2. Hey 7. Are we really supposed to play Baccarat? It's a Baccarat table. What the hell else would we do? Stop worrying about it. It's real simple. What's the opponent's hand? Well, there's an 8 in that glass case. Alright, then that's your opponent's number. If that's the case, then what 3 cards do we need to get that number? 3 cards? There are a couple of indentions with white lines around them, right? Those mean we gotta put down 3 cards. So, place 3 cards here and defeat the opponent's 8. That's what I gotta do, I guess. Yeah, I think so. Something tells me those aren't the only rules. Alright, let's give it a shot. Before I start, I'd better make sure I've got the rules straight. Yeah, I get it. Yeah, just get to 9, or get as close to 9 as I can. Hey, look at that, I won. Alright, if I just put down these 3 cards... Yes, open for me. Great. You did it, Junpei. You think it's telling us to take the 8 card? Come on, let's grab it. Okay, so... I guess what the 3 cards are put down is stuck to the table. Uh-oh. They won't be going anywhere anytime soon. Not the 8 card. Don't need to hang around. Okay, well... Is there a light switch or something so I could turn those off? Stained glass is built in recessed in the wall. It's actually really beautiful. The chandeliers hang. Yeah, and Snake freaked out when I mentioned the lights, which was kind of weird. Okay, well, we've got a 6, a 7, a 5, and an 8. So, let's try again, I guess. Oh. And in you go. Hey, alright, it opened. I don't know why that worked, but sure. It seems we have another device to contend with, yes? There are 3 slots in this one. Oh, what, do I have to get add up to 9? Let's see, 5... 6, 7, and 5. Let's see. 3 slots for cards. And there's a 9 right below them. So that probably means we gotta make 9 with the 3 cards we put in that slot, right? Just like what we did over at the Baccarat table. Alright, let's give it a shot. 11, 18. I cannot make 9. Oh, digital root, right. Yeah. Okay, ace and 8 together were 9. Okay. Right. That's why that worked. What happens now? Is that... Yes, I did hear something from the exit. Excellent work, Junpei. Wonderful. It seems the exit is unlocked now. Let's go. Digital roots. Alright, let's go. Junpei and his companions ran out of the casino and into a large open room. A room, in fact, that they had been in once before. There was little to surprise them there. They already knew what their next step had to be.
This way.
The iron gate still stood in place, locked tight, blocking the stairway, and right in the center of it...
The keyhole with the Venus symbol. The Venus key should work here.
Wasting no time, he pulled it out and shoved it into the keyhole. He turned it. With a distinctive sound of metal on metal, he felt the lock click open.
It sounds like it did. Alright, let's get this thing open.
No problem. Let me help with this one.
Junpei grabbed the handle on the left side, and Seven took the handle on the right. Junpei signaled, they both pushed, and the gate creaked open.
It sounds as though you have opened it. We should be able to reach C deck now, I imagine.
Snake, are you gonna be alright? I mean, the stairs.
Please, do not do yourself the embarrassment of underestimating me. I would be unlikely to trip even if I were running backwards.
Good to hear. Let's move.
He's such a poser. At Seven's words, they leapt onto the stairs and jogged quickly down them. Why, I could be an astronaut if I wanted to. I don't, but just so you know. In no time at all, they found themselves on sea deck.
Everything looks okay here.
We should check the next deck down, just in case.
When he reached the water, he called back up to Snake and Seven.
Just what I thought. D-Deck is completely underwater.
Just like the bottom of the central staircase.
The surface of the water below them was flat, like a mirror.
I'm just glad the water level hasn't changed much.
Back to the sea deck then.
Now, how about we check out what's here?
They began searching around and taking stock of what was on sea deck.
There are 2 elevators over there, which means it's probably the same upstairs.
There's a card reader between them. And another weird mark.
Hey, check it out. It's the symbol for Lotus.
What?
See? It's got the woman symbol, and then it's got the devil horns, right?
Junpei!
Yeah, I see it. No two ways about it. That was a pretty good one, kid.
Seven tousled Junpei's hair in what he likely thought to be a friendly manner. Junpei feared his neck might break, even though it was clear Seven had kept his strength in check.
Oh, would you watch it, man? Whew, that hurts. You're gonna break my neck.
What are you talking about? The human body ain't that weak.
It is pretty weak.
Toughen you up, huh?
If we were looking for a devil, we've got one right here.
Thankfully, Snake interrupted. After Junpei's observation, he'd gone over to examine the card reader.
This is a Mercury symbol. The marks you mistook for horns are a stylized version of the wings and staff of Hermes.
Wings and a staff. So then, she beats you with the staff until you die and go to heaven.
You're stretching the joke too far, Junpei.
Sounds like Lotus, all right.
Seven shook Junpei's head even more vigorously, and the younger man began to feel as though his brain was being jostled about inside his skull.
7! Oh, that's too much! Oh, my head!
Junpei's stomach began churning uncomfortably.
Oh, I think I'm gonna puke.
Unless we can activate this device, I doubt the elevator will function.
In other words, we gotta find a key card with a Mercury symbol on it.
So I would assume.
Let's forget the elevators for right now. How about that hallway to the left?
Whoa, there's a bunch of doors.
There were a great many doors lining both sides of the hallway. They seemed to stretch on forever, and all 3 men suddenly felt very small.
Ah, shit. We're not gonna have enough time to check all these, are we?
Maybe we can come back here later. We should check out the other side. Let's head back.
To the right of the stairs, another hallway stretched out, reaching deep into the bowels of the ship.
To the right this time.
After a few moments of moving briskly down the hallway, they emerged into an area roughly the same size and shape as the one at the top of the stairs. On the left side of the room were 4 French doors.
There are doors here too. Well, I guess it's just 4 this time.
Let's open them up, starting with the closest one there.
Okay, I'm on it.
Junpei nodded and grabbed the one closest to him. He gave it a small tug and felt it move.
Huh, it isn't locked. I'm going to open it.
Thrilled to have found another unlocked door, he threw it open. Yeah, this time we got to the medical room first. Junpei didn't know what to make of what he saw.
What?
Or the hospital room, I should say. He simply stood, unable to speak. Seven's eyes opened wide, and his mouth gaped. After a few long moments, Seven at last managed to speak.
Hey, what is this place? It's so huge and empty.
A massive room stretched out in front of them, more a cavern than a room. Its vastness was oppressive, and it bore down on Seven and Junpei. It was not empty, however. The entire room was filled with lines upon lines of beds. They were simple things, little more than pipe-and-thin mattresses.
Oh, there are beds everywhere.
Is this a hospital? The harsh scent in the air is reminiscent of antiseptic solution.
I think so. There are shelves in the center of the room with medicine and surgical tools.
Hey, look there. The 4 doors at the end.
3 of them were emblazoned with the large single-digit numbers, made with thick red paint.
The left door says 3. The second door is blank, but the third has a 7. And the rightmost door is 8. There's no doubt. They're numbered doors.
Hey, why is that door between 3 and 7 blank?
Because it's the exit.
Does that mean anything?
Not really, no.
No point worrying about it right now. Let's see if these will open first.
Yeah, good idea.
The three of them threaded their way through the beds toward the back of the room. Upon reaching them, they proceed to investigate each door in turn, but to no avail. Yep. 3 doors are locked. They don't have the things in the thing.
Naturally. After all, there are rules to the nonary game, and to allow these doors to open easily would violate those rules. Unless we can authenticate ourselves with the red, the numbered doors will...
Whoa, check this out.
Suddenly, Seven spoke up, interrupting Snake.
Look at the red. There's nothing on it.
Huh?
Don't you remember the red back at the main staircase? If there wasn't anyone in it, it said vacant on the little screen, remember?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're right.
But this one,
There's nothing.
right? You think it's broken?
Only one way to find out.
No, nothing.
Junpei and the others put their hands on the panel, but nothing happened. The red refused to change. They tried pulling the lever and still nothing. As they soon discovered, it wasn't only the red on door 8 that seemed to be malfunctioning.
How about the red on door 7? And door 3?
I didn't think all of them would be malfunctioning.
What does it mean?
They've got to be broken. Man, that bastard. I didn't think Zero was the kind of guy who'd screw around with something like this.
Whoa. Zero's been prepared for everything so far, and you're saying he's gonna make a mistake now?
Well, that's the only thing I can think of. This thing ain't working at all.
While Junpei and Seven talked, Snake busied himself with examining the red. After a time, he lowered his hands and spoke.
It seems as if some of the internal hardware has been removed.
Internal hardware?
That is what I said. Take a look at the underside of this red, if you please.
The bottom?
Junpei obliged and bent over to look at the other side of the device.
Huh, there's a thin slot here. I think it's a slot for something. Probably electronic.
The other 2 reds are the same. Something's been removed from all 3 of them.
I get it. So the reds aren't working because somebody pulled out their guts.
Oops.
So I assume.
But why? And who? I mean, it really doesn't make sense.
I have no idea. Why on earth would I know something like that?
'Cause you know everything, Dick. Just then, they heard the sound of a door opening.
Oh, what now?
Junpei! The 3 of them turned and saw Akane. Oh no, Junpei thought it's...
June!
She stopped short, surprised to see them, and was very nearly bowled over by the rest of her companions who were coming through the door behind her.
Ace! Santa! Clover! And Lotus!
Literally everyone.
Guess everyone's here.
Junpei and Seven were, for the moment, at a loss for words.
What are you guys doing?
Why are you...
That's my line?
Perhaps we should exchange information.
Okay, and this is where the 2 paths meet up. Okay. So, skipping through this a little bit, not in a more hateful way, the 9th man had died. They were still alive, and that was something to be happy about. Sort of simple, uncomplicated joy, Junpei thought. The joy of being alive. Still alive. Love that song. He felt sorry for the 9th man, but more than anything, Junpei was just happy to be alive. Okay.
And that's what we know.
Yeah, and here's where the paths meet up. So, I'm gonna skip ahead a bit, and
No, there are.
You mean...
Yeah.
you know, while they're chatting,
It was the
so my current running theory is that when everyone splits up to try and find the parts for the reds,
She was actually...
whoever Zero is, assuming they're one of us, went and found the
pipe down. What the
Proof?
proof that...
Well, this...
Oh, lie.
went and found the parts because they knew where it was, and you know, I don't know if it was Snake found the parts, but whoever found the parts got Snake and someone else to come to the 3-door.
11, 12.
It's me.
Yeah, and Snake said he could beat anyone in a fist fight. I'm willing to believe him on that point.
Wait.
All right.
What I don't know is who that other person was. Are they an accomplice? Were they innocent in the matter?
Well,
Yeah.
Or was there another person at all?
Right.
Because, it being 0, he could have cheated. I don't feel like they did. But there's too many questions around how Snake died. Did 0 come to place the parts and pretend to have found them? Snake and some other person came upon them while they were being installed.
what are they?
Yeah, it's
Jumpy.
Vacant.
honestly currently at the moment.
You don't know.
I assume
What?
Ace is 0.
Let me take.
I don't know enough about Ace.
It's a job.
He is.
Nobody.
Correct.
None.
This scene here where he drugs himself. Well, that's neat. He has some knowledge of medicine. Enough to know that a particular thing was an anesthetic.
No. Yeah.
So it's too convenient that he knew about the drug, that he found it,
No.
and that he isolated himself first.
We've only
He was able to get rid of
I'll be.
All right.
Yes, but
Let's.
yeah, he was able to get rid of Snake somehow. Whether he cheated or whether he did it with the aid of someone else. He was able to do it, and then make sure that everyone else left him alone for a while. Ace is the one we have pretty much no information on at the moment. We don't know anything about Santa, but Santa seems too childish. I don't know. He could be an accomplice. He could be the accomplice. But so let's assume that Snake got through the 3-door legitimately. So Snake is 2. In order to get to 3, he would need to get to 13. So he would, let's say 13 minus 2, that would give us 11. Which the only ways to get to 11 are 5 and 6, 4 and 11, 3 and 8. And technically, 2 and 9, but those 2 can be, axed out. 5 and 6 don't work because that's Junpei and June, which we have pretty much kept track of the entire time. That only leaves 3 and 8, Santa and Lotus. Lotus, I cannot see doing that. So, she's selfish, yeah, but I don't know. I can't see it being Lotus. Which gives us our only other option of Santa, or not Santa, of Clover and 7. Well, 7 I don't believe could do it, and Clover, if they are brother and sister, Clover's been shown to be moody, but I can't understand why Clover would go through all this.
How about the casino?
okay.
But yeah, so that's where I'm at right now.
Isn't it?
Um,
Oh, I've got a proposal. Well, I don't like to beat around. Why don't
Team up.
Yeah, I'm.
Even if jump our. But they're the only.
Then we.
Huh?
Yeah, just the math for it honestly
Oh, 5 plus.
doesn't really add up because Ace can't fit into it honestly, but dishonestly, if you throw out the rules,
Once then we.
then
I don't think
you
even if
that
they're-
gives us too many options.
It is his secret.
The digital.
That's right. Unless,
Oh.
unfortunately.
Well, oh, wait.
And you, the number.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through all this. I'm gonna take the other door available. If I can. If the game lets me. If not, then, well,
Let's
whatever.
Just focus.
Yes, we can.
Yeah. All right. Let's go take a look. Are you all right?
Yeah. He was really upset.
Hmm?
I said, here's go. What? Fine.
All right. So, how about?
Let's go.
Oh.
Let's try.
Oops, I should probably actually pay attention.
Hey.
Sure.
Hey, wait. Sam? What are you...
What?
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 Huh?
This what?
Well,
Who do you?
I don't know.
What?
Maybe there's...
You mean?
Yeah. Yeah?
Why?
That's... Why?
I don't. I mean, you know what?
No, I mean, or...
What?
One of... Bingo. But if that's in the...
Yeah.
But...
No idea. Something. Of course. It,
You think...
yeah. Look, if you've got to be the person.
We need to get.
We don't
Oh.
there. Got
Yes. Why don't we? Well, perhaps it's, we can't all. If we, but if we. Yes.
Yeah, this whole thing.
What's so cruel? Then what? Maybe that's. We should. Wait.
Whoa. Look, you should.
Exactly. And for that reason, what?
No.
I'm not. What about
Me?
All right, 7.
I can't. We don't do something.
Oh, if I can get. What about you? Hey, your brother. We've searched. That's weird. You're right.
Okay.
Now, let's.
That I will stay.
Yeah, Ace seems really too sure. And also this looks like a lab coat. A really decked out lab coat. But, you know, I'm wondering if he has something to do with the pharmaceutical company.
Whoa, let's do it. If we, you will. Yeah, true. What? Please, ID.
No. We don't even... How on...
Perhaps, or you see, then I go on. Go.
Good.
Good. Perhaps it may.
Yeah. You're wasting time. Let's pick the door already. Come on.
There has to be a way to.
Oh, there we go. Finally found the skip button. Okay, so we're just gonna fast forward through all this. You know, the question now is, which door do I take? So I was doing the math, and I'm pretty sure that let's make sure I got my math right. So if I wanted to, I might be able to go through door 3. So let's see. So door 3, I would need 13 or 23, but I don't think 23 is possible. So 13. So minus 5. That leaves me with 8. So, well, actually, no. That. Right. That's what I fucked about my math. Well, door 3 would be possible if I could go through with Ace, but he's out of commission. So let me save just in case.
I want to go through door number 3.
Nope, you can't.
Nope.
Huh?
Yeah, because none of the combinations work out.
Because it's impossible.
Yeah.
If we split ourselves into 3 and 3, then we give up on going through door 3.
Why?
bracelet numbers for the 6 of us are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Yeah. And this is also a thing, is Ace took himself out of the question really quickly. Like, before they, I'm wondering if that was to prevent anyone from going through door 3.
There are 2 combinations that can go through door 3 with 3 people. 3, 4, 5, or 6, 7, 8. That's it. Of course, 2 teams can't go through the same door.
I see. That means one team would get left behind.
That's right.
Oh, fuck. I'm thinking in terms of only 3 people. Fuck. So yeah, 23 is possible.
7 or 8?
Yeah. If it was 23, it'd be doable with, let's see, Junpei, June, that gives us 11, 7. That 7 can't go, so not 7. So try Santa, that's 14.
No, they're fine. We've got 3 options. Option A, have 3, 5, and 8 go through door 7, and 4, 6, 7 go through door 8. Option B, 4, 5, and 7 go through 7, and 3, 6, and 8 go through 8. Option C, 3, 6, and 7 go through 7, and 4, 5, and 8 get 8. Those are the only 3 options. That's it. At least if we want to get all 6 of us out of here.
Wait.
That's when Junpei realized. Plan A divides into 2 teams. 3, 5, and 8, 4, 6, and 7. Plan B divides into 2 teams. 4, 5, 7, 6, 3, 6, 8. Plan C divides into 2 teams. 3, 6, 7, 4, 5, 8.
That means
There was one thing they all had in common.
5 and 6 can never be on the same team. If we want all 6 of us to go through a door, then June and I can't go into the same one.
If it's what I'm thinking of, I think there's 6 endings. Like just going off of this, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Trusted her more than anyone else on the ship. He chose 7 or 8, he'd be taken away from her. Was that something he was prepared to do?
Have you mulled it over enough, or do you need more time? Anyway, that's the deal, so think it over. You've got 2 choices, 7 or 8. You can't choose 3. If you choose 3, you're gonna be leaving 3 people behind to die. So what are you gonna do? 7 or 8? Time to choose.
I want to go through 8, but let's go for door 3, because it'll lead to the pretty sure it leads to the shower room.
Sorry, Santa, but I still want to go through door 3.
What? That's nuts! You've got to be crazy! Why the hell are you so obsessed with that door?
Why am I obsessed?
I'm just
curious, if you might say. He swallowed the words he'd been about to say.
I'm just curious about door 3. That's all.
That doesn't explain shit!
I've got a reason. I'd be happy to explain it to you if you'll just come with me.
With that, he began walking toward the door. Junpei, your curiosity likely getting the better of them, the others followed. A few of them looked a little suspicious, but Junpei told himself that wouldn't matter. He kept walking and kept silent. Eventually, they arrived at the number 3 door. Junpei stopped.
Curious about the red. 7, would you mind authenticating for me?
What? Why?
Please, just do it.
He stared at Junpei for a moment, then grunted and laid his palm heavily on the scanner. Junpei, you were gonna get yourself fucking killed, dude. Like, not by 0, I mean, they were gonna strangle you.
Yeah, thanks. The number 7 has been entered into the red. Next is June. Please touch the red just like 7 did.
Jumpy, what are you trying to figure out?
Yep. I think
Junpei thought about his answer for a moment.
I might have found another way out.
What?
Really?
That got them excited. Just as Junpei had intended.
Now please, June.
Oh, okay.
So that's 13. Which comes out to 4. Those 2 numbers in the red, Junpei had what he wanted. He casually placed his own hand on the scanner, and the third asteroid blinked on. It gives us... Okay, so we're just... Oh, okay, that math is cheating.
Alright, the only people who haven't authenticated now are Santa, Clover, and Lotus.
So, what's your point?
You don't get it. Think about it.
Huh?
What's the sum of your number and Clover's?
12.
And what's the digital root of that?
3.
Which is Santa's number. By the way, Lotus, what's the number that's currently in the red?
7 plus 6 plus 5 equals 18. It would be 9, right?
Yes, and what will the digital root be if you add 3 to that?
3. The door's number.
There you go.
Hey, wait a minute. What the hell are you up?
I'm not up to anything. I'm just waiting.
Waiting for what?
I'm waiting for the balance to shift. Santa, or Lotus and Clover. Once one of you moves, the others won't have a choice. So I'm waiting.
Junpei laid his hand almost casually on the lever.
You son of a bitch! You tricked us! And all that stuff you were going on about is all bullshit!
Bullshit? Huh. I don't think so. Didn't I tell you I'd figured out another way to get out of here? This is it.
Why the hell would you do something like this?
He's kind of an evil mastermind. Like, he's an idiot, yeah, but he's really good at tricking people. Like, he's done it several times. Junpei, are you Zero? Junpei glanced at June.
Jumpy.
You did this just so you could go through the same door as June. That's it?
Santa was furious. His face was red and flecks of spit flew from his lips as he spoke. Junpei closed his eyes calmly, and then opened them again.
So, who's it going to be? Santa, or Lotus and Clover?
Shit!
Let's go, Clover.
Lotus leapt forward. She grabbed Clover by the sleeve and ran for Junpei and the door.
Fuck!
Caught by surprise, Santa froze for a moment then shot forward like a bullet from a gun. Lotus had a head start, but Santa had the advantage in size and speed. Almost immediately, he passed Lotus and Clover.
Oh, no, wait!
Santa did not hesitate. He slammed his hand down on the red.
This is insane! This isn't right!
He glared at Junpei, his chest heaving.
Yeah, well, you may be right.
Junpei's voice was cold, but not without effort.
But
he turned to the red and pulled the lever. With the sound of metal on metal, the door opened. It would only remain so for 9 seconds. There was no time to think.
Go.
Junpei and his 3 reluctant companions jumped into the door's gaping mouth, one after another. No sooner did they enter than an all too familiar noise sounded from their left wrists. The detonators had activated. Junpei looked back only once and saw Lotus and Clover on the other side of the closing door.
No.
I'm sorry. They stood still, stopped where they had been when Santa reached the red. The defeat and desperation on their voices tore at Junpei's heart. Then the door closed and they were gone.
You son of a bitch, Junpei! This isn't fair!
Santa rounded on Junpei, lightning crackling in his eyes and his knuckles white.
Do you realize what you just did? You leave them out there, and they can't...
Shut it!
It hadn't been Junpei that spoke, but 7.
We gotta find the dead or none of this is gonna matter!
Yeah, I feel like the math on this one cheated. Like, it wasn't the same as the other doors. The clock was ticking. Which is why I can never figure out how to get to the 3 door without Ace, because the game cheated. The dead was their only chance of survival. Unless they could find it and deactivate their detonators, the 4 of them would be...
We got less than a minute left! No time for screwing around! Get moving!
Damn it! You and I are not done yet, bastard!
They scattered and began to scour the room. The deactivation device was nowhere to be found.
Where the hell is it?
Corridors stretched out in 3 directions, but every one was blocked off by a wall of metal. There was only one way out. One other door.
Over there! It's gotta be behind the door!
7 ran for the door, a rusty iron thing. His large hands grabbed hold of the handle and pulled.
Damn, it's pitch dark inside.
Can't see a thing!
Well, I say the math didn't work because it added 2 numbers together first, and then Junpei added the rest of the numbers onto that first added number, instead of the other doors, which was, okay, let's all add them together all at once.
No, wait.
You know, it was like, you know, if I took, or if like Ace and Snake had authenticated, and that gave us, yeah, and that gives us, or no, not Ace and Snake. Like if like June and Junpei had authenticated, and that gave us 11, which we subtracted down to 1 first, and then someone jumped onto that, instead of, you know, 3 people authenticating, like Junpei and Lotus coming out to 19, and just going down to 10, and then to 1 from there. So I don't know. I may be thinking about it, but I've got stuff. Almost immediately, he spotted the blinking red light on the right wall.
I found it. The dead's right over here.
He stepped into the room, and into Snake's blood.
What? The floor's slippery.
He stopped and glanced down at his feet. What was...
Hey! What the hell are you doing?
There's something...
Get over there!
Junpei felt Seven's heavy hand against his back and stumbled across the room. Yeah, there are letters. They didn't draw attention to him last time, but I wanted to examine those. The other 3 piled in behind him. They all felt immediately that something was wrong. Nothing that could be easily identified, only a sense that something terrible shared the room with them. But there was no time to say so.
Quick! Get to the dead!
They all started running. In the dark, it was hard to tell where the wall was. All they could see was the tiny red light, blinking at them over and over and over.
There it is!
The really gross light. In quick succession, they all slammed their hands against the scanner panel. Whew. Seven leaned against the wall, gulping air. As his breathing returned to normal, he glanced at his left wrist and grunted.
It stopped. It stopped.
Junpei could hear him laughing in the dark, but could barely make out the larger man's face.
I don't think I'll ever get used to doing this.
What the...
The sound of retching came from Santa's direction.
What the hell is this smell? This is vile. I'm gonna puke.
So desperate had they been in their race to the dead that no one had noticed the horrible smell that pervaded the room. It was a terrible, nauseating stench, like burnt and rotten meat. Adrenaline had drowned it out, but now rolled over Junpei in waves, forcing itself into his nose with every breath he took.
Oh, you're right. This is...
He felt his stomach clench, and bile rise up in his throat.
Let's get the lights on first. There's a switch over here.
Oh, guys. The light that spilled in from the door barely illuminated a small switch plate next to the door. Slowly, with the toll of the last few minutes apparent in his gait, Seven walked toward it. He stopped as he got close, and extended his fingers toward the switch.
Okay, guys, I'm flipping it on.
There was a soft click as the lights came on. Just as the light turned on, June took in a short breath and... A scream echoes through the room. Junpei's breath stopped in his throat. His heart ceased to beat. Time froze. His mind scrambled to make sense of what he saw before him.
What? Hey. Oh, this is...
What was left of the body sat in a sea of blood. Chunks of flesh, torn from the body, sat in the blood like tiny islands in a great red sea. Vast, ragged hole had been torn in the torso, but remained of the... They loved to detail those intestines. Smaller chunks of meat had splattered against the wall and become stuck there as they dried. Globules of yellowish fat had left trails like tiny slugs. Yeah, we went over this, and it's still really gross.
Looks like an explosion.
Seven's voice was low and strained.
Just like the Ninth Man. The detonator in his bracelet set off the bomb in his gut.
Oh god. The bone is coming. It's definitely an open front.
Okay, they're just saying the same thing as last time. It looked as though the explosion had been quite powerful. His legs were both bent in an odd, unnatural way, and his left arm had split open. His bracelet lay next to him. It seemed to have hit the wall hard enough to have shattered the display, which lay on the ground in pieces.
The face is the worst.
Yeah, you can't even tell who it is.
Half of his head had simply collapsed. The blood coating it almost made it look like raw pizza dough covered in tomato sauce. His clothes, too, were covered in blood. The burgundy tie, the white shirt, the jacket with the yellow piping, the gray slacks.
But the clothes are...
They were all familiar to Junpei.
Is that... Snake?
Santa's voice wavered as he spoke, his mouth dry.
Oh my god.
Finally, Junpei spoke.
Why did this happen?
Suddenly, June was screaming, her voice broken. It was an eerie scream full of insanity and not entirely human. She shook her head violently and grabbed fistfuls of her own hair. Junpei could hear the sound of hair tearing.
Stop! Calm down.
He grabbed for her wrist.
Hey!
But as he did, June leapt up and ran toward the exit.
Please! Get me out of here! You have to let me out of here!
She screamed at the door and her fist slammed against it with a hollow sound. Junpei could see drops of blood on her knuckles.
Why are you doing these horrible things to us? What did we do to deserve this?
June.
She screamed again, a desperate, mindless cry. Her fists flailed against the door.
Get me out of here! Please! Please! Just let me out!
June.
Junpei couldn't watch anymore. He ran to June and wrapped his arm around her, pulling the screaming girl away from the door.
Calm down.
No! Get off of me! Let me move!
Please, calm down.
She scrambled for a moment, her legs skittering across the floor, but her resistance didn't last long. As suddenly as her outburst had begun, it was over. The manic energy disappeared, and her body went limp in Junpei's arms. June collapsed toward the floor, and Junpei knelt down with her. He felt drops of something warm and wet. Was she crying? A moment later, she began to sob. Her shoulders shook, and great hot tears rolled down her face like rain.
We're gonna be fine. It's gonna be alright, June. It's going to be okay, Connie.
Her name was a whisper.
I'll be here with you, okay?
She nodded once.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Jumpy.
Her trembling voice pulled at Junpei's heart. He stroked her hair gently. His face was so close to her. Dude, not the time, nor the place. The scent of her hair was nostalgic.
Do you feel better?
Yes. But I'd like to stay here for a little while at least. Jumpy's body is so warm.
This is really not the time, guys. Several minutes passed before June's tears had dried. Junpei stood up. He bent down, put his arms under June's, and helped her to her feet. They didn't speak. Neither did Seven or Santa. A person was dead. They had died in that room, in a terrible way. Junpei knew there was no way he could make himself forget that. There was no way any of them could forget it, but mourning would do no good. They spread out to search the room, but each felt as if their heart was made of lead.
We better get to it.
Seek a way out. Okay, so... yeah. Well, that's Snake's body, but this is the thing I wanted to see right here. What looks like KLR? Killer? Those letters written in blood. LLR. Do you think it might be some sort of dying message from Snake? No, that's impossible. You saw the body. You weren't doing anything after something like that happens to you. Then this The way the blood's dried tells you it's real old. Whoever's blood this is, it ain't Snake's. And you're saying this blood was put here a long time ago. Yeah. Yeah, LLR. What's this? Okay, I'm gonna guess I'm gonna need some UV shit. The divider between the stalls. On the other side of this wall. No, I don't want to think about that. That's where we came in. I guess it's not locked, but there ain't really any point. What's out there is the numbered door. We can't go back through the numbered door, even if we wanted to. Turn you... Nope, nothing. Not even a drop. Is the pipe clogged? Okay. There's a bucket. I have a bucket. It's a tin bucket. Hey, Jumpy. Do you remember back in elementary school when you spilled all our paint across the whole classroom? They made you clean it up and all they gave you was a sponge and a bucket. Like this. Hey, come on now. Can't we just leave the past in the past? Junpei reached for the broom, and as he grabbed it, he heard a soft voice behind him. It was June.
The rabbit hutch.
Huh?
He turned around. June still looked sadly pale, but there was a smile on her face.
Oh, you just reminded me of it. The rabbit hutch, I mean.
How did I remind you of something like that?
Jumpy and the broom. You're always playing around with the broom in front of the rabbit hutch.
I was.
Don't you remember?
Junpei stared at the broom in his hand.
You mean, you don't remember that summer either?
Uh-oh. She looked very sad. He shook his head.
Of course I remember. How could I forget something like that? It was terrible.
They were in the 6th grade. Junpei and June had been assigned to take care of their classroom pets, the rabbits. Their chief duty was to clean the hutches every morning. On the final day of school before summer vacation began, Junpei overslept. He rushed to school and found June standing in front of the rabbit hutches. No sooner had Junpei arrived than June began to cry. He had no idea why until he looked behind her into the rabbit hutch. The first thing he saw was blood. The hutch was filled with the dead bodies of the rabbits. Even after their teachers and friends came to see what the commotion was, June couldn't stop crying.
I just kept crying and crying until you came over.
June, did you kill those rabbits?
You held my hand, and you looked very serious, and you said, "Don't cry. I'm going to catch the person who did this." After you told me that, I finally stopped crying.
Well, the real fun started after you quit crying. You told me we were going to catch the killer together.
I was going to become a prosecutor. You were going to become a defense attorney. You know, it was this whole thing. June smiled, and a little bit of the flush of life returned to her cheeks.
Then we decided that we'd ambush them.
Yeah, I remember.
Was it a fox? The school also kept roosters and guinea pigs. Oh no! Junpei and June had decided the murderer would likely return to finish off the rest of the animals. They would ambush the killer at night. Junpei and June hid behind the hutch at dusk and waited. It was a warm summer night. A quiet sound of crickets whispered through the air. As the sun went down, the stars began to wink at them from the sky. In June's, Akane Kuroshiki's face, that night was something Junpei knew he would never forget as long as he lived.
But the murderer never showed up. We waited for them all summer vacation, and they never showed up.
We literally staked out that rabbit hutch.
Yeah, but the animals didn't get attacked either.
Yeah.
I think all that work amounted to something, you know?
Did it? He'd felt the same way, but it was good to hear her say it.
Although, you know, if you think about it, we were probably taking on a lot more than we could handle.
What do you mean?
She looked up at him, confused.
Well, come on, we were just kids. If whoever killed the rabbits had actually showed up, they probably would have had a knife or something. I mean, you must have been pretty worried, right?
I wasn't worried. Because you were there with me.
She blushed furiously.
Well, you know, no one else wanted to take care of the animals.
Clearly embarrassed, she tried desperately to change the subject.
I was the only one who asked to do it at first.
Yeah, well, boys don't really want to bother with taking care of animals, you know?
Fuck that, dude. I love my animals. I loved my animals when I had them. but terribly allergic.
Well, yeah, but you asked to do it after I did, didn't you?
If it wasn't the rabbits, they were gonna make me do something else. You know how that school was. I figured it'd be better if I was working with somebody who wasn't too much of a loudmouth, right? Somebody who wasn't gonna tell on me if I felt like blowing it off.
Really? That's why you volunteered?
Yeah, it is.
He nodded quickly, and much too earnestly, and then quickly looked away at something very important.
Really?
Looked away at something very important. Oh wait, that's Snake's body. Looked away at something else very important.
Of course.
That hadn't been the reason, of course. He had asked to take care of the animals, the rabbits, so that he could be near June. But it had been so long ago. He couldn't bring himself to tell her how he felt back then. It would be embarrassing. He took a quick breath to clear his head, tossed the broom up, and then snatched it out of the air.
Well, we don't really have time to be walking down memory lane like this, you know?
There is a corpse right behind you.
We've got to figure out a way out of this room. Otherwise...
Yes. I'm gonna look over there.
June nodded curtly, then turned and walked away.
I should get back to it myself. Ah!
Oh right, Snake.
That's right. Blood.
Oh, that's right. The grisly murder. Junpei turned around and looked at the room. Snake's body. Chunks of flesh and organs still lay on the floor.
Going on and on about old times right next to a corpse? What were we doing?
What were you doing?
Well, maybe it was because we're in this mess.
Despite such a situation, or perhaps because of it, the mind turned to the farthest thing from death that it could find. Still, Junpei couldn't help but feel a twinge of guilt at wanting so desperately to live when Snake lay dead before him.
I have to survive, no matter the cost. I need to make sure she gets out too.
As he stared at the clumps of blackened flesh, all Junpei could think of was how much he wanted to live. A reward is a broom. What are you doing with a broom? What am I doing with a broom? Thick pipe that stretches across the floor. Toilet paper. What the fuck am I doing with this? It's toilet paper with some kind of red symbols on it. You think maybe that's a Skydle cipher? Skydle cipher? What the hell's that? You wrap a piece of paper around a stick, and then write several sentences on it so that the whole paper is filled up. Then you unwrap the paper, and you can't tell what the original message was. That's how it works, more or less. Then to decipher it, you gotta have a stick that's the same diameter as the original one. Same diameter as the original one, huh? Yeah. Then you just wrap the paper around the stick, and you can read the code. What, like this? What if I wrap the toilet paper around the broom? Broom wrapped the toilet paper. Oh, so you wrap the toilet paper around the broom, huh? Like the symbols line up perfectly. It says 634 plus. Well, I'll take your word for it. I can't really see that, but... A wooden box. There's something in here. Luminol! Oh no! What the hell is this thing? Some kind of spray bottle? Something written on it. Lumen... I can't read anything else. Label's all faded. Let me see that. Just grabbed it from him. That wasn't very nice. Oh, this is luminol. You know, forensics guys use it at crime scenes. Scientific investigators are like, just, they go crazy over this stuff. Oh yeah, that stuff that glows blue when you spray it on blood. Even if the blood's been wiped off, it'll still glow. I heard about this one case where it was like, you know, key to discovering 1 million bloody handprints. The dividing wall. Okay. Hey, blue. What do you think this is? Looks like tar. It's kind of sticky. You can just wipe it off. Not just pouring some water on it's gonna help much either. What about hot water? Hot water? If we had some really hot water, like boiling hot, then maybe that would wash it off. It's a water tank for a toilet. I've seen a lot of OC guys try to hide a piece in something like this. Usually for 187 or something. Guess they think it's clever. Don't know when they'll figure out everybody else thinks it's clever too. Huh? I mean, I know peace, but what's OC? Organized crime. What is that? Some kind of police slang? Dude, That's not slang. That's literally the official term. Huh? Probably? Huh? What'd I say? Why'd you look all sad now? It's not really important right now, guys. Let's just check it out, alright? Yes, it's gonna be another room before he realizes he's a cop. Well, he's not wasting any time. What's this? Hey, it's that screwdriver. It's a screwdriver. You can unscrew things with this. Was there something we needed to unscrew somewhere? I don't know, I'm pretty sure I'll find one. Fluids tank. There's nothing in here. Which means we can't flush it. Kinda hard to flush a toilet without water. Some toilet paper on this shelf. Nothing in the toilet. If there was, that would be gross. There might be something in the tank, you know? Let's open that shit up. It's a red key card? It's a red key card. Probably a key card. You remember if you saw a key card reader anywhere around here? Key card? The tank where the red card was. Nothing here now. Skinny shelf. I already checked all 3 toilets, you know. Nothing unusual there. Well, there's a drain. Huh? It looks like there's something down there on that grate. I think it's a key card. Yeah, it's the blue key card. Can't reach it though. It's too deep. Well, that was hard. Hey, Junpei, isn't this card kind of like that red key card? Yeah, it looks similar. You're talking about the one we found in the toilet, right? Yeah. The red key card floated, didn't it? Yeah, it did, so. Well, then this blue one probably floats too, right? Float. Yeah, it might. It might float in water. What, do I gotta pour water down there? It's a drain, so... Oh, what the fucking hell is this? Nothing happens when I press these buttons. Well, it looks like the power's on. I'm wondering what the deal is with those things that say lock up there, though. Oh. Oh, good. It's a thermometer. Can you get it off? No. It's screwed onto the wall. Screwed, you say?
Hey, Junpei, you know why thermometers only go up to 107 degrees Fahrenheit?
Junpei answered without taking his eyes off the screw.
No, I can't say I ever thought about that.
At 107 degrees, the cells in the human body start to die, and the organs begin to shut down. The proteins in your cells start to harden. It's like when you hard-boil an egg. Even if you cool it down afterwards, it won't go back to being a raw egg. In other words, it's dead. That's why thermometers don't go past 107. There's no point.
Why had Santa brought that up, Junpei wondered.
Oh yeah?
Hey Junpei, hey Santa, let me tell you about this stuff I somehow know about called Ice 9. He continued to work at the screw.
But it's pretty rare for a fever to get that high. Even viruses and stuff don't usually drive the body temperature up to 107. Of course, there are other external things that could.
Like what?
Well, let's see. Something like getting locked in a sauna, or getting thrown into an incinerator and burnt to death.
Yeah, I guess that would get a little hotter than 107 degrees Fahrenheit.
Junpei gave a short, barking laugh. Yeah, this is in Celsius, Santa.
All right, I got it.
He looked up and saw Santa glaring at a blank section of wall.
Huh? What's up?
Nothing. Forget.
Santa spun around and walked off, away from Junpei.
What was that all about?
But as Junpei watched him go, he didn't look angry. He looked very, very sad. Okay. Oh, you took the thermometer off. It says open at the bottom of the gauge. I wonder what it means. Well, I assume it means I gotta dunk it in boiling water. Where do we go? What's this? There's a piece of paper tied to this pipe with a wire. Notice, drainage valve operation. Please do not flush the water in these pipes. Doing so may cause the drain to overflow. The pipe on the right here must be connected to the drain in the middle of the room. If you turn on the water here, it'll probably come up through the drain. What the fuck is with this valve? This isn't how how valves work. Yeah, if I can get this hot water on the thermometer, then maybe... Alright, thermometer, let's get this party started. Wait, did I just turn on the water? What? Yep, looks like that's doing the trick. There goes the gauge. And now it says at the open mark. Oh? Huh, it opened. What's this? Looks like there's a piece of paper in here. 957 plus. Okay, so... Well, can't combine them, but we have 957 plus... 634 plus. Well... Need some hot water. Maybe we can use the shower here to fill the bucket with hot water. Hey, 7. Could you turn on the shower? I'm gonna put the bucket under the head. Oh, okay. Sure thing. Bucket filled with hot water. It's filled with water. Try not to spill it, okay? V. Okay, okay. I'll carry it. Oh. There's something in that looks like a tar inside the toilet bowl. If I flush the hot water from the bucket, that should clean it up. Alright, so I just pour the hot water into this tank and... Looks like you filled it. I should be able to flush it, right? There's probably a handle somewhere on the tank that you can pull. You think so? Serious? Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's... Some pipes. Connected to the tank on the toilet. Well, there it goes. Just like a toilet should work. 185. Stuff's washed off. Looks like that writing was numbers. See it? 185 equals? What's this? Looks just looks like numbers. Okay, so 957 plus 634. Let's get that math going. So 957 plus 634 plus 185 equals 1776. 1776. And the luminol. Wait, you don't really think we're supposed to use the luminol here, do you? Yeah, it does seem kind of weird to use it here, but maybe I should try just in case. LR. Oh, okay. I think that's how the valves were supposed to be. Just like I thought, Junpei. There's some more letters showing up after the LLR. See? It says LLR, LRL. Yeah, I think I kind of just lucked into that. Because I'm pretty sure that's what this was supposed to be, but... Well, no, that's not it. LLR. LLR. LRL. I don't know. Who knows? What was it? Yeah, I forgot about the blue key card. LLR, LRL, LRL. L. There we go. Oh, I did what it said on the wall. I wonder if it actually did anything. Hey, this drain's acting up. What the hell did you do? I just messed with the valves a little. Nothing big. Okay, yeah. For some reason, I thought that I'd accidentally gotten him into the correct position to turn on the showers. I didn't know that, like, all I had to do was just, you know... Jumpy, the card is floating. Looks like the water floated the card up out of the drain. Must be water... It's water pouring out of the drain. Yep, and that gets us the Mercury key card. Cool. This is a blue key card. This is the symbol for Mercury, isn't it? There was an elevator right outside of the big hospital room. I think that same symbol was on the card reader next to it. That's right. I guess that means we're not supposed to use this card in this room. Do you really think so? I don't think maybe we need it for this room and for the elevator? Okay, so... The red light's on, Jumpy. Yep, good job, Jumpy. Both of the lights are on now. Now you just need to put in the password. Both lights are on. We should be able to enter the password now. These Ian's... It's enter and clear. Yeah, okay. Let me hit the thing. Hey! And there we go. Okay. So that L and that R I saw earlier before, when we first saw Snake's body, wasn't what I actually thought it was. It was just part of the puzzle of the room. Outside of the shower room was a hallway that extended off to the left and the right.
There's a large iron door at the end.
Let's take a look.
Yep, and that just leads us outside. They'd moved a few steps toward the door when Junpei heard the sound of metal on metal.
Huh?
And that was Ace waking up and Lotus and Clover going into another room. They turned around. Seven was doing something to the... Oh, okay, no. I'm getting ahead of myself. Seven was doing something to the door of the shower room.
What are you doing, Seven?
Well, I figure maybe we might want to come back here sometime.
Yeah, he did that before, but we never came back. And I'm figuring I fucked up in some way because we needed to come back.
So, I stuck the broom in there to keep the door from shutting. Alright, let's go.
With that, he stood up and began walking down the hallway. He brushed past Junpei and kept going. After a moment, the rest of them followed him. Before long, they found themselves at the large iron door. They'd only been there for a moment when June spoke up.
Jumpy, look!
Turned. There, on the right side of the hallway, was a piece of paper attached to the wall.
What's up?
What's that on the wall there?
Oh, I think it's...
A map! Junpei ran over and peeled it off.
A map of the ship's interior?
It says C deck.
Oh yeah, 1, 4, and 8, so yeah.
So it's the map for this floor then. We'll have time to study it later. Let's keep going for now.
So yeah, they can go nowhere except through one of those initial doors. Junpei folded the map and stuffed it into his pocket. Back at the door, the four of them lined up in front of it. Santa stepped forward. He grabbed hold of the door and then turned to look back at the rest of them.
Ready? I'm gonna open it.
They nodded. Santa nodded back and threw the door open. All four of them leapt through. And immediately bowled over to Lotus.
You're shitting me.
It took only a moment for them to realize where they were.
We're back.
They'd been there only a short time ago. It was a large hospital room filled with countless beds. Lotus and Clover looked up as they entered. Ace was there as well, although he looked as though he'd only just woken up.
Clover! Lotus! And Ace! I'm glad you're all okay. Lotus? What are you...
She's gonna beat the shit out of Junpei. The moment they spotted Junpei, Lotus and Clover headed straight for him. As she neared him, Lotus drew back her hand and slapped him, open-palmed, across the face.
How could you do this to us?
Her face was furious. She grabbed Junpei by the collar and shook him violently. Clover didn't touch him, but the hate in her eyes was no less potent. It was Seven who stopped them.
Knock it off! We got bigger shit to worry about right now.
His deep voice echoed across the massive room. Lotus glared at Seven, but let Junpei go after one last vicious shake.
What?
Go have a look.
No, don't have a look, just tell her.
I stuck the screwdriver in the door.
No, you
That door over there, the one without a number. As long as the screwdriver's there, it can't shut, so you can get in there. There's a shower room past there. I stuck a broom at the door there too. Anyway, go take a look.
Seven, you asshole.
Then you're saying we can go in there without passing through the numbered door?
Yeah, that's about the size of it.
Wait, what the hell is in there?
You'll know when you see it.
Fine, let's go.
No, don't send Clover in. Jesus, Seven. Lotus and Clover looked at one another for a moment, then nodded and stepped through the door. By then, Ace had made his way to them, moving with the stiff, shuffling steps of someone who had only just woken from the lengthy slumber.
My goodness. I know I said I was sure you'd come back for me. I didn't think it would happen so soon, though.
Ace shook his head weakly.
Should I go as well?
Yeah.
Seven nodded.
Very well.
Ace followed Lotus and Clover with a stiff, tired gait. The squeal of tortured metal made Junpei's teeth curl. It sounded like the noise a ghost would make. No matter how many times he heard it, he never got used to it. Every time it put him on edge. It didn't help that there was a girl nearby who looked far more like a ghost than a living human should. Okay, we've caught up to... yeah. She sat on the edge of the bed, her head drooping listlessly into her chest. Yeah, this is where I fucked up the first time and kind of got on Clover's bad side. This time we haven't given her the Clover, so I'll talk with her and I'll side with her even anyways, just to see if that changes anything. I might need to take that specific route of that I did before. But let's just set this to skip. Yeah, because we got through all that. Of course. And then I'll side with Clover when she says, yeah.
Well, that's possible.
Huh?
Like Clover said, Zero might be one of us.
What are you saying, Jumpy? Didn't you hear what Ace said?
I'm still kind of under the impression that you killed those rabbits, so I don't know. But Ace is also still the one I know the least amount.
One another for no reason.
I suspect you because I know nothing about you, dude.
No reason. I've got a great reason.
And what's that?
The bracelets. Why are the bombs in our bodies connected to the bracelets? You're all thinking Zero's hiding somewhere watching us, right? If he's doing that, then he could just detonate the bombs by remote control if someone did something they weren't supposed to. It would be a lot more precise and a lot easier. But if that's the case, then why is the bomb set off by the detonator in the bracelet?
You got a point.
I'm not done. Try applying the same ideas to the Nonary game. All of the puzzles here run all by themselves. In other words, Zero doesn't have to be controlling them for the game to move forward. Why's that? Why would Zero bother to do something like that?
Junpei let the question hang in the air and looked at the others. It was Santa who answered.
So let's say you and Clover are right. Zero's one of us. If that's the case, then it'd be really hard for him to keep track of all of us or control anything remotely. That's why all the puzzles run by themselves. That's what you're getting at, right?
It's also why everything links up, so he can make sure of who all is still in the game after each room.
Yeah.
It's conjecture, really. Junpei nodded.
Seven, when we were talking earlier, you said any one of us could be Snake's killer, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Alright then. I've got a question for you, Ace. You said something like Zero must be the one who killed Snake, right?
Yes, something like that. I can't think of any other explanation.
So what do we get if we combine those? They fit together pretty well, I think. Something like this. Whoever killed Snake is Zero. Hence, Zero is one of us. Seven and Ace's theories aren't mutually exclusive. They actually complement each other pretty well. At least they do if Zero is one of us.
No one spoke. Their faces were grim, but Junpei wasn't sure if they believed him or not. Finally, Lotus spoke up.
What were his motives?
His motives?
Yes, isn't that pretty important? Why would Zero want to hide as one of us?
Oh, well, that's because...
Junpei choked. He hadn't thought of that, and he had to be honest with himself. He had no idea.
I don't know.
Lotus sighed.
Well, so much for making a persuasive argument, Junpei.
In other words, you only had circumstantial evidence.
Okay, is this really a Phoenix Wright game?
I don't really think that's enough to go on, you know?
Where's the ghost of Snake to give me some advice in my desperate time? Junpei was painfully aware of their eyes on him and their disapproval. He tried to find something else, anything else to look at. Then, in that horrible silence, they heard a bell begin to ring. It was the clock at the central staircase.
It's 3 in the morning.
That means we have 3 hours left.
Okay.
Then we need to move. 7, Clover. I know how you feel, but you do understand that, right?
You're right, but...
Junpei couldn't bring himself to respond. He swallowed the words he wanted to say and sighed. 7 and Clover remained similarly silent. Their eyes were looking at something somewhere else, very far away.
We must go. We have very little time left.
Yeah, now we're back to where we were.
Here we go.
Yeah, the problem is, we only got the Mercury symbol. We didn't get the other 2 keys because we didn't go through the other 2 doors.
Oh, that's the...
Yeah, I found it in the shower room.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Took a deep breath and slid the card through the reader. It made a small beep, and the lights on the reader blinked to life.
Now we can go.
Well, sort of. Not really.
Looks like there's only 2 floor buttons working.
C and bottom.
The rest were destroyed or did nothing when pushed.
Time to head down then.
Junpei hit the bottom button. Wow. When everyone's together, they aren't even considering the water. The door closed. Slowly, they began to move downward. Sometime later, all 7 of them stepped off the elevator and onto the bottom deck. They stepped off and saw the hallway to their right ended somewhere between 20 and 25 feet from them. The hallway in front of them was a dead end. Not a regular dead end. It was a 2 dead end.
This is a numbered door.
Yeah, it's door 2.
Immediately, they began to discuss who would go through it.
So who should go through the door this time?
We don't need to be discussing who we're leaving behind this time, right?
Right. It's set up so we'll be able to meet up again once we get through the numbered doors.
Then there's no need for arguments at this point.
Yeah, I went through 6 last time. I haven't seen what 2 is.
We should figure out who's going in first.
Very well. Would anyone like to volunteer?
I'll do it.
The first to speak up was 7.
I'll go too.
Then I suppose I need to go too then.
Oh, no, wait, we went through the 2 door before, so yeah, this is... Okay, yeah, okay. For some reason I got it backwards in my head. Yeah.
Alright, we're taking off.
Yeah, and that leads us to the torture room.
Okay.
Fun
Please be
times.
careful.
Jesus. You 2 are acting like you're married, you know that?
Oh,
Really? Oh my god, thank you for saying that. June blushed. So did Junpei.
Don't be silly. Cut it out.
Perhaps in an attempt to hide his emotions, he quickly turned away to pull the lever on the red. Get in there before our bombs explode. The door opened. As they'd come to expect, there appeared to be a short hallway on the other side.
Alright, let's go.
Lotus was the first through the door.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
She's a lot more cheerful in this route. After she hit Junpei. 7 was next, and Junpei brought up the rear. Yep.
Where the hell is it this time?
Okay, yeah, and now we're doing this shit again.
There it is! It's right there!
Yeah. Okay, well, at least I know the solution to the puzzle this time, so, you know, it'll be easier to get through. Seek a way out. Yeah. Yeah, the tile. Drain. Sink. That thing, because I gotta flush it from the other side. Yep, get the first screwdriver bit from the shaft. Get the handle. Combine the handle with the shaft. Gets us a Phillips head screwdriver. Sun. Dirty blanket. It's a mess. Yada yada. Desk. Screws. Yeah. Man, screw it. Come on. There's nothing in here. Yep. Gives us a drawer, which we can put into the other one. Okay. And I guess 7 isn't having his police episode this time. Alright. Yeah, there's the towel, which was useless. That one was normal. You open it, yada yada. You gotta pull the others a couple times. Gets me the knob. And I can do this drawer. Oop. Something falling. Gets me the tile piece. Has a 14 on it. Which I will place with the ease. Yep. Turn the water on. That'll flood the other side. Like the light. Sun and moon. 4 and 7. I don't know if this part is necessary, but I'm doing it anyways just to be sure. Okay. 14 equals E. Bullet. Okay. Blanket. Yeah, and this one I gotta go in here. Bullet. Click. And then I gotta go to the other one, pull that 4 times. This sound really gets on my nerves, because... Oh, was this 7 times? Oops. Yep. Just making sure. Did I get that tile? No, I didn't. Okay, there it is. Okay, there's my 4 tiles. Skip that. Okay. That's what triggered 7's police episode. And yeah, it's kind of weird that there isn't a like a skip episode, like, or skip the puzzles that you've already done button. But I guess if they want to put these in the middle of it, you might not have gotten one before, but I don't know how. These seem kind of unavoidable. Alright. Then I'm going to speedrun the torture room, and then I'm going to stop for the night. I think that will be a good place as any to call it. Okay, I think that was all the E's I needed. Yeah. Oh, no, not that one. Hooray! Go me. Yep, let's get out of here. And into the worst room. Yep, skip all that. This incredibly creepy room, which made it seem like I was going to electrocute Lotus. I did not like that. I did not appreciate that. Yep, get the wrench. Torture room. Okay. So, get us that wrench. Hooray. Use wrench on this. Reach inside. Gets us the key. Let's see. Pull on that. Yep, there's stuff. Red one can't be pulled. EDBF. Here we go. EDBF. And that turns off the thing. Gotta adjust the thing. Right. Right, I just gotta get to match that. There we go. Yep, we have this whole thing. Lotus reveals that she knows Nona. Nona, who has a suspiciously thematic name for all this. I remember how how this is supposed to go, so let's see. So well, that looks right. Let's see the other side. That is not quite right. Hey, I got it. Okay, so 2211. I guess it's easier when you can think of it as in there's only a few combinations since there's only 4 buttons, but it's still trickier than because of the way the perspective works. Okay. Hooray! Speed ran those rooms pretty quickly.
The hallway goes to the left.
Well, okay. Actually, I think I'll go a little bit further just to see if something changes or
Yeah, but I don't see any doors.
if I got the same yellow submarine ending. So keep skipping. Yeah, it gets a C deck.
Huh?
They expected to find 4 other people waiting for them. There were none.
No one's here.
Where did they go?
I have no idea.
Lotus shrugged. Something in the pit of Junpei's stomach stirred. He tried to forget the feeling and took off down the long hallway before him.
Hey, Junpei!
We should follow him.
Seven and Lotus followed at a run. They ran and ran and ran. The hallway seemed endless.
We know where we need to go. The door behind the central staircase.
Yeah.
There was a sun symbol on the keyhole of that door. And I happen to have the sun key in my pocket right now. This should open that door.
I've got a really bad feeling I'm gonna find several bodies on the other side of this door.
All right, time to open this.
He laid his hand on the doorknob, his breathing heavy. Seven laid a hand on his arm.
Hold on a sec there.
Huh?
We don't have the key for this one yet.
Oh, right! Shit, we never got the key! The Saturn, or the... Yeah, Jupiter key.
That's...
Oh, it's the Jupiter symbol.
Oh, right! I can't find the bodies, because they're not... Or is the door already unlocked?
We can't open this door.
Unfortunately, no, we can't.
Jeez, the sun door's gotta be just on the other side of this, you know? We can't just stop...
Frustrated, he twisted the doorknob. And it was open.
Hey!
Yeah, just like before.
What?
And the others must have found the Jupiter key.
Well, what are we waiting for?
As he spoke, he shoved the door the rest of the way open. They rushed through. And stopped cold.
What?
The terrible scene before them made their blood run cold. Yep. Okay. Yeah, she takes the sun key. She runs to the door, but it won't unlock because it's already unlocked. And they go through. All that's left is the automatic door. But, the automatic door opens immediately with no effort. But through the door is the corpse of June. Yeah. They have a sad moment, but surprisingly, Seven and Lotus not following. Yeah. If the way they're posed, it looks like they managed to sneak up behind him. Because Seven's a big dude. He wouldn't go down without a fight. Like, I can't imagine anyone taking him in a straight fight. Maybe Ace, but unlikely. But, that's part of why I'm suspicious of Ace. But, oh well. I don't think that much blood would come from a fist fight, and it was too quick. Okay. Well, I I got a little bit more of the novel. I got this, which is apparently 3. So this is I'm guessing door 8, or whichever that door is. That isn't the one we went in the first or set this time. But either way, so I'm pretty sure I know the correct way to progress. From what I'm seeing, I need to take the door with June, Santa, and Lotus. I need to get that 4-leaf clover from Santa. And learn about morphogenetic theory. Go through this path. Give Clover the clover, and talk with 7 about morphogenetic. Well, not morphogenetic theory. Ice 9. Because we go through the whole bit with the dry ice. We learn about the Egyptian queen, the mummy that wouldn't melt. I'm pretty sure what I fucked up the first time was that I didn't agree with Clover, which led to us just kind of spiraling out this way. So I need to side with Clover when she speaks up. But I'm pretty sure that's how I handle all this. But either way, that is enough for the night. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Or whenever.